Alright, hello folks, welcome back once again to the Cliffs of Amber. Right, just give me a second because I do not have a chat screen on my second screen, so I can't see if you're saying anything. That's useful, isn't it? I had to really literally rush around to get this stream set up because I've just finished my dinner about 5 minutes ago, so I'm running a bit behind schedule, but hang on. I'll bring you into focus. There we go. Excellent. Right, there we go. And we're on. Good evening, everyone. Ahoy there, me hearties and all that kind of jazz. So, yes, it's rather fortuitous, isn't it? Fortuitous that after yesterday's stream was cut unexpectedly short, that football was cancelled today. I was supposed to have 2 games today, so they were both cancelled. So very fortuitous indeed. Means I could carry on part 2 of the session, really, because yesterday's session was only 2 hours long. But anyway, good to see you all. Welcome, welcome. Oh, with Hurt Cupboard, you're asking the wrong person. When it comes to anything to do with these kind of technological issues, I can barely put a microphone on. You're asking the wrong person if you're asking me. You said anyone anyway. You didn't. But yeah, clearly I'm not the right man for the job. You know, anything technical. I can do what I know how to do, and that's it, alright? Anything... How do you do this? It's like people at work, and I say to people, I'm actually not a technophobe by any stretch of imagination, but all these fandangle things on Teams and fancy things you can do to set things up and how it links up with Outlook and all this kind of jazz, and you can do this alert and do that, like... Can you? Alright, that's nice, isn't it? I just know how to send a message and schedule a calendar invite. That's all I need to know how to do. Why do I need to do other things? Anyway, take the day off to mourn. Yes, indeed. Hello there, Cham. Welcome. Okay, so we've got a few things to get through today, so there will be some flim-flam because am I looking forward to the F1 Open this weekend? Not really, no. Not really. Mercedes are... the more I've analysed and read the stuff and looked back at some of the testing, the more I realise that they are clearly not going to be on the pace. So I'm not looking forward to it at all. No, and if Red Bull's form is as it seemed, as they cruised around the testing track, putting fastest lap after fastest lap down without barely batting an eyelid, then I don't really relish watching them drive off into the distance, to be honest with you. But hey. I will be watching, of course, nonetheless, maybe with a stiff drink in my hand to drown my sorrows. We'll see. But anyway, the Mercedes livery, it does look very... Yes, it's my desktop background at the moment, which, if they're ridiculously slow, I'm going to remove and discuss. No, not, because it's a lovely looking car. If only it went as fast as it looked. Sandbagging, yeah. As somebody pointed out before testing started, if there's 2 drivers that you can rely on to kind of wear their heart on their sleeve and say how it is, it's Verstappen and Lewis. You know, basically, I think I can't remember who wrote the report, but somebody basically said that they would make the world's most terrible poker players, and clearly Verstappen had a very big spring in his step, which bodes very ill, and Hamilton came out and said, we've got work to do, which again bodes quite ill. So yes, the surprise package this season, and I did mention this already, is going to be the Aston Martins, and especially with, you know, 2-time world champion, as aged as he is, he's still pretty quick, Fernando Alonso in the car. It's going to be, I reckon they're going to actually push the Mercedes for 3rd position. I really do. They could be the McLaren of the real life F1. Potter's McLaren challenging Mercedes for 3rd, beating Mercedes for 3rd at the moment. That could be the Aston Martin of 2023. So we'll see. But that means that Alonso and Hamilton could come to many collisions if their cars are similarly paced, which might make for some good drama away from the front of the grid, from the very front, I mean. But anyway, let's switch our attentions, because there'll be an F1 stream on Sunday. I'll do an F1 stream on Sunday instead of streaming this, so that we can discuss the Formula One on a Formula One stream. How about that? I'll treat you to that. We can discuss the first race of the season, and I can cry live on camera. I would love to see Alonso Verstappen drama. I would love to see that, because I think Alonso is quite pro Verstappen. Everything he says about him is very positive. But anyway, let's switch our attentions to the land of Westeros for now, as much as it's exciting about the F1 season. But yeah, we'll have a proper chit chat after the race on Sunday. So then, folks, here we are. Eryk II of Amberley. I mean, he doesn't have the second moniker because he's not a high enough rank to be classed as the second, but he's essentially Eryk II, Lord Eryk II of Amberley, who's an imposter clearly because he's got black hair, but hey, we'll have to make do with it. So we saw his stats as we saw them at the last session. Not particularly marvellous, but I've seen worse. He's deceitful, so expect a little bit of intrigue. He's a proud man, so he's going to work hard to further the family's legacy. He's going to be very similar in kind of mantra to Myles. I kind of see him as a Myles, a poor man's Myles. Maybe he might be a good man's Myles. I don't know. Myles kind of situation, because he's also shy, but he's temperate too. So very very temperate kind of fella. Moderation is the key. Nothing too dramatic. But still, we want to make sure that the legacy is strong, kind of situation, and not above a bit of backstabbing to get what he needs to get to. Don't forget also that he has a very competent wife who will make up for his shortcomings. So, when it comes to all things diplomacy particularly, she'll be the one that's just leaning over and whispering in his ear. Not sweet nothings, but advice about how to further our family and maybe perhaps our kids. So, what does that mean for us? Well, to start off, it means that we have to sort a couple of things out, because ambition to gain an honorary title, I mean, he's a proud man. I mean, an honorary title. Why not have an actual title on the council, for example? Although as a shy man, perhaps honorary is as good as he wants right now, as newly thrust into this position. But nonetheless, I don't like that. What I do like, however, as somebody as a proud man that wants to forge a legacy and continue to do the kind of forefathers' work in spreading the seed across the Stormlands and ensuring that we are a well-respected family, is we only have 3 kids. So why not let's have 5? Why stop at 3? What if a couple of them die? It's a dangerous world. So we're going to change our ambition to have 5 kids, and hopefully before we lose our bits, Ollie. Yes, indeed. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to help also with that, we're going to also be a family man. If you remember Myles, he only died yesterday. He was a family man. He sought love from his wife. He did love his wife. His wife loved him. Very much a family-focused man, bringing up the kids as well as he could. So I think he would also be continuing in that kind of same vein. As I said, he's very much his father's son, if you will, in a lot of respects. So family first, and that will also increase fertility, which will hopefully also help for him to have a couple more little kiddie winks to achieve that ambition. So that's a little couple of tweaks there. We've seen the children. We'll get to the children very shortly, because there's some things that need to happen right now. So, family focus, have 5 kids. Right, in no particular order. Vassal opinion should be all positive eventually, when we reign for a bit longer and stuff. That should go into the positive. Not concerned about that. However, we are concerned about this. A couple of things, actually. We're concerned about the fact that we've got 4 rivals. If we make it to the ripe old age of 70 and not have an issue with any of these idiots, it'll be a minor miracle. Cleared and Storm, Sir Willem Craycall, Sir Ralph Buckler, and Aston Penrose, my cousin, no less, all rivals right now. So equals 1 more. So Aston Penrose is actually in our settlement. He's come of age recently. He's a rival, And, you know, he could be a danger. He's not really a bad guy. You know, he's humble and kind and honourable and just. What have we done to him to make him a rival? It's probably our fault. Or maybe it's something from when we were children, because we're very similar in age. Maybe we bullied him. I don't know. Something happened. But how can you be a rival with a man that's so kind and honourable? I don't know. But nonetheless, you know, the wife is saying, look, you're in charge now. We don't want you to be slipping down steps. We don't want you to be having arrows lodged in your head in a hunting accident. You need to protect yourself. So Arston Penrose, who serves us no purpose, is actually being ousted from court very swiftly. Goodbye. Sorry about that, pal. He can make his own lot in life, and therefore, in preparation for his father kicking up a fuss about this, we could actually oust him too, but we won't. We'll, because he doesn't like us very much. He's a pretender and a claimant to the lordship of Parchments, which is our little sort of gift if our mother passes away. So he'll like us even less because of that. Oh no, he likes us less. But he likes us because of that, actually, because I'm assuming that he has a claim on the Parchments too. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. So a fellow contender for Parchments. But rather than let him go, I think we're going to keep him close. Son gone, but him, we'll keep an eye on him. So we'll keep him in court simply because we want to keep an eye on Mr. Penrose. We let him go off onto his own devices, and who knows what plots he's going to hatch against my own mother to take the Parchments. Whereas if we keep him here, we might be able to stop anything like that. So we'll keep him here for certain. So just ousting the one person from court for our own safety, as is necessary. And then the next situation is filling up the positions on the council and the positions that are honorary as well. So, let's start with the easy stuff. Castellan. Our Castellan previously was Brian, and our father unceremoniously ousted him, although technically speaking it was not an ousting, it was a transition for him to try to fabricate a claim on the Blue Grove. So we're going to, wife, again, the diplomatic expert, we need to smooth things over with him. He was competent as a Castellan. He gives sage advice to your father. I think we should put him back into the position that he wants. And there is no real other candidates that fit the bill as a trustworthy man. He was by your father's side for a long time, and I can see no better man than Brian to give you sage counsel. Hang on a second. Ooh, perfect. Just got confirmation about something to do with a holiday that I'm going on. We have some more people coming with us. So that's cool. Right. So that's... Anyway, forget about that for now. So we're going to put Brian into the Castellan position now, and he's going to oversee the realm. Justicar we'll get to. Master at Arms. Arise, Sir Horace Clegane. We saw him in the last session for the first time, and very competent, also tutoring our son. Yeah, definitely. And we're going... Is there one for training children? We're going to have him train kids. We don't need levies right now. So he's going to train the kids, hopefully our kid, to be as good a fighter as he possibly can be. It's what our father wanted, and we'll continue that education when he becomes 6 years old very shortly. So that's Mr. Horace promoted to the position of council member. Treasurer we'll get to. Spymaster Osmera didn't have to do too much, but she did a few little bits here and there, and she's very competent in the role, and she likes us, so we're going to have her retain her position as a spy master. Maester, we have to now get another maester, and septon, we have to get another septon. And once again, they cost money. So just like when our father took over, there may be a period of transition before we get these two slots filled. That leaves us then with a Justicar position and a Treasurer position to fill, which we will fill. very shortly. I think it's my culture. Right, I've already found them. So, Eryk is a Stormlander. I'm assuming that my highly diplomatic wife has spent several years preparing for this moment and has gone out to the realm of the Stormland and has got her eye on potential candidates to assist in all matters that need to be assisted with. So Eryk, who is only a mere courtier in Woodmere, is a patient and kind and honest and chaste individual, which is also good because it means he won't be getting distracted by the fairer sex, and he will be focusing purely on his job. So that's really good. So he is going to come to court to be our justicar, and then we finish off by utilising our next door neighbours, which is Tudbury Hall. Tudbury Hall. There is Theo, who is the treasurer of Tudbury Hall, who's got a bit of ambition and shy, zealous, but he's a family man, and he's pretty good at stewardship. So we're going to, in true football style, poach him, put a transfer bid in, and invite him to our courts. And a gift first, of course, and then we're going to invite him across to assist with all things treasury. And that will give us a pretty competent council, barring the Maester and the Septon. So that's a good start. So fellow Stormlanders coming in, keeping it in the realm and all that. Then we turn our attentions to the minor titles. Designated Regent, Uncle Morton. No, sorry, Uncle Morton, but I don't think so. Wifey, yes, clearly an able regent, sound advice. We wouldn't have anybody else. We've got a spare bodyguard slot, so this is also rather interesting because our wife could also be a bodyguard to us, and therefore that's what she shall do. She shall be our sworn protector, our sage counsellor, and our sworn protector, and the mother of our kids. I mean, bloody hellfire, she is like on a pedestal up here. We might change to is it an ambition or a focus where we look to seek love, fall in love with our wife, because she really is a superstar, isn't she? So she's with her 55 fighting ability to go with it. She's not only got brains, she's got the brawn too. She certainly is wearing the trousers. So she's a bodyguard and a designated regent. And our wife. So she's a very important woman. If she was to pop her clogs, I think we would probably go into a manic depression. Let's hope it doesn't happen. Hi, Almoner. Well, we'll find. We never have a Master of the Horse and Master of the Hunt, but we may change that very shortly. Court shooter is Amanda the Gentle. Is it? Why is it her? Why was it her? Why did we make her the tutor? Is it because she was a great eminence? I think it was because she was a great eminence, which is fine. Oh, she's the mystic one. Yes, I remember putting her in position. Decent learning, good diplomacy, a great eminence, and she's a mystic. The mystical arts. Yes, we'll keep her there. It's fine. I've got a maester anyway. And we're going to unceremoniously punt Sir Sandor Clegane out of his position and replace him with the more martial abilitied Theo, the former marshal, to try to placate him a little bit, because he was expecting to have his job back, and then Horace, and he's like, what? Did I not do a good job for your father? Like, yes, you did, but well, you can be a commander now. Commander. Sandor is 61. He's getting a bit old. He's got a black eye. That could just be his burnt face. But clearly Theo shall come in. Sandor's been relegated because, hey, we've got Sandor the Second, his son. You know, the Horace is now the new Clegane in town. Hello, Jack. Welcome. So that marks the end. Almost, because we've got a cupbearer. Sir Simon Penrose, who doesn't like us, is our cupbearer, and as a fellow pretender to the parchments. I don't think so. So we're going to give it to Mathos, who you'll clearly see is our friend. So if there's anybody that we would like to trust, I'm envisaging us being childhood friends. If there's anything, you know, any person you're going to give the cupbearer role to, it's your friend. You can trust him with your life. And he would be proud to give his life to us if somebody tries to poison us. It's rather interesting also that actually one of our rivals is his brother, Cleared and Storm. So clearly, as we were all kids in the court, we got on really well with him. Maybe his brother felt like he had his nose pushed out, fell out. It's all kid stuff. It's to do with our upbringing and how we got on in the court as kids as to how this has happened. It's got to be. It's got to be. You know, yeah, you smell. Don't like you, Cleared, and your brother's much nicer. Piss off. In foul language. I just missed his ramblings. There was no ramblings today. Other than a little tiny bit of F1 talk, which lasted all of about 3 minutes. So, no ramblings today. Lots to get through. We've got things to do. Things to do. I've got courts I've got councils to assemble. You know, can't afford to be blathering away here. Right. So that's cupbearer. So then we turn to further sage advice from our wife, who's very diplomatically savvy, who clearly points out to us that should something go horribly wrong, which it's not forced to, but you never know. These are tumultuous times that we live in constantly. We have no allies to speak of, actually. And we have had allies of prominent families of the Stormlands in the past, and therefore we need to ensure that we continue to have these kind of alliances. Now, we're not going to betroth our son just yet to anybody, which has just made me actually contemplate whether this is viable, because we perhaps shouldn't marry... It's only a betrothal, though, because betrothing like my Amelia, non-matrilineally, could be a problem, actually, come to think of it. Because if he died and she comes heir, then we wouldn't want her to be married non-matrilineal, would we? So bear with me. Anyway, so the two families... my mother with the parchments. We could probably reform this alliance. How much money? How much men has she got? That's a good point. I didn't consider that. She's not got that many men, but having an alliance with my mother clearly makes sense. So that's a given. There may be other families that we might have alliances with, but I haven't had the time to go through every single family and see whether or not we have. Now this is... We could just do it this way, couldn't we? So see if there's anybody that we can form an alliance with a kind of a lasting marriage tie, long forgotten. It's probably not. Oh, that's me. That's me. Hello, me. How you doing? No. Right. So basically, the first person or the first family that we are going to hook up with is our father. Our father, word got back before he died that our father was beginning to consider befriending, looking at the kind of machinations of allying himself with the man from Tarth, because he was the spy master, the spider, 27 intrigue. He's got plenty of kids, so it makes sense, right, to ally with the Tarth man. He's a very, very good ally to have. Lots of men, good intrigue. He's an honourable kind of fella, gregarious, diligent, and temperate too. I reckon he's behind Myles' death. Why would he be behind Myles? He's got nothing to do with Myles' death. Why would he kill Myles? He had no reason to feel threatened. You don't trust him because he's ugly. Just admit it. He's an ugly sod, and you just don't like him because he's ugly. Quick as well. He's pretty decent. But anyway, so we are going to betroth ourselves Axel Tarth is the younger, who is quick. Decent child. Decent child. Arrange a betrothal with Ellie, which is fine. Matrilineally, not fine, clearly. So Ellie's the youngest child. So that's easy. And that's probably a little bit more safe to do that. And as I say, it's a betrothal, so if we end up with deaths before, we could just call the betrothal off. Yes, it's an opinion penalty, but it's not the end of the world. So we're going to go with that one. Now, the other people that I was going to betroth to was the... where are they? I'm trying to find them legitimately here. The Errol's. Because we've got a long-standing relationship with the Errol's. Remember good old Lady Shira? Who can forget the lovely Lady Shira? So currently Lord Horace here, who is Shira's grandson, has also got a load of kids. So I was kind of considering Damon Errol being betrothed to little my Amelia. But I now have just realised that if it's not matrilineal, it's not really going to be beneficial. So we're going to hang fire on that until we've got another son. If we get a second son, then we'll go ahead with this one. For now, we've got our mother, we've got Tarth. House Errol is on the back burner. Back burner for now. Dragonstone. Now, the interesting thing about Dragonstone is that Brelina, of course, is my auntie, as is now. Their son, therefore, is my cousin, who is actually betrothed. Wait for it, folks. My cousin, so bit of family blood here, bit of family blood, is betrothed to the heir to the Stormlands, Lady Maris, daughter of Renly. So our bloodline, in some twisted way, not in the name of course, but the blood is still within him, could well be sitting alongside the Lady of the Stormlands. Now, speaking of the Lady of the Stormlands, my wife is thinking long term. Renly is an old man now. He may go for another 20 years, he may go for another year. Just look what happened to your father. So rather than try to get into the good graces of Renly, what we need to be doing is working on getting into the good graces, tapping into Cameron a little bit when he gets a bit older, to befriending Lady Maris. Be quiet. I remember blood, alright? It's good enough for me. Bloody name's my foot. Rain on my parade, alright? So we're going to tap her up, basically. No! I'm not doing antagonize her. What are you doing? Right. Sorry about that. I pressed the wrong button. So we're going to try to befriend Lady Maris, who's marrying my cousin, in a bid to ensure that when she comes into power, if we're still alive ourselves, that it's a nice smooth transition and she instantly sees us in a good light. All right. So yes, that works well. So apparently, somebody mentioning about Dragonstone. So we can have an alliance with Dragonstone. Off and on aggression pact, we can't because he doesn't like us enough for that to happen. But he is married to my sister, my auntie, so there could be a potential alliance there. If we've been offered the chance for a non-aggression pact, then surely an alliance would follow, but the relationship isn't quite there. So for our alliances, our mother and the Tarths will have to do the Errols if we have another son, and we're keeping an eye on the situation with our cousin and Lady Maris, soon to be the Lady of the Stormlands. But Renly he's 55. Who knows how long he'll go for? But we shall see. So I think we're done. That's my list of notes done and dusted. Alright. So without further ado, we're going to unpause it and see what the hell happens. Don't forget, we're also in the preparation of a funeral for our father. A bigger funeral as we can muster with our finances, considering that the people absolutely adored him. So let's see what happens. Hopefully a nice peaceful start to our reign. Okay, alliance with our mother, clearly. Betrothal. Excellent, it's been accepted, which means now let's go for an alliance, which is perfect. That works out nicely. So an alliance there. It's good to have allies in high places. Doopy doopy doop. The invitations have been sent. The lords of the ladies of the realm come to the funeral. In they come. Right, so... Who are you? Oh, Mr. Follard. You are the Justicar man. Let's appoint you to be the Justicar. And then let's have you doing some Justicaring, if you don't mind. Let's get a claim and continue our father's work on the ill-run Blue Grove. Oh, more people coming to the court. The court's going to be overfilled here. Right, the best part of preparing a feast, we're going to spend lavishly on food. Again, we're expecting loads of guests, loads of people coming, loads of loads of the populace. We want to ensure that there's not just enough food for us and as the lords and the vassals, but we want to ensure that even the people get a little bit of fill as well. Depending on the food. And here cometh Theo Tudbury, who is going to be appointed as the Lord Treasurer. And that means that he can go forth and collect some taxes, because who doesn't love a good bit of tax collection? Especially when you're close to bankruptcy. And an alliance has been garnered there, so that's good. Court position isn't very good right now. Anyway, let's see what's happening next, shall we? We have an open council position because we need a maester and a septon, which we'll get in due course. Mary Tudbury, Willem Tudbury, Jezza Wells, and Theo. Bring your whole entourage with you, why don't you? There's plenty of room here. Just bring them all. Sorry. Why do people message me at this time of night? I've been free all day. Not a single message. And then I sit down to play and people want to suddenly start talking. Right. So we have been invited to the tourney of Lockport, where the knights residing near Lockport shall test their mettle. Now we are not completely incompetent when it comes to fighting. We're a poor fighter, but you know we're not horrendous. And we've got a knacker cracker as well, our little sword, which helps. Have I tweaked the message settings? No. I told you, Wally, last time. I'm not doing it. There's too many. Look, if I click on the options, right? Where's the options? Oh, I can't remember. Where's the option setting? Menu setting. Main menu. Menu settings. Message settings. I mean, look at them all. Look at them. I cannot be bothered to go into this to see what the hell's happening with these. I'm just going to close my eyes to it. It's fine. I don't need to know anything. Right, but anyway, so I'm thinking, do we go to this tournament? Now, we're not the best of fighters, but we're a knight. We're a proud man. And we don't want to be seen to be balking. Too proud to take part. I think too proud not to take part. I think it's more of a slight turning it down. We have a genuine reason to turn it down, though, on this occasion, because we're mourning our father's loss. The funeral hasn't even finished yet. So, I don't like these two options because it indicates that we won't be asked again, ever. So I'm just going to say those messages would be useful. You reckon? Maybe so. You reckon 15? That's a generous offer. That's generous. I think it's going to take longer than that. Shy and proud seem contradictory. They do a little bit. It depends what. Well, let's say contradict. But for this thing, maybe so. You can still be proud, but yet shy. Because you can work hard to increase the prestige behind the scenes. So perhaps parading yourself in front of a crowd of people where you're going to be unhorsed because you're not the best fighter and make an embarrassment of yourself probably isn't the best call for a shy man, I would say. And not only that, we're still mourning our father's loss. So, I mean... Loras Tyrell. Is that the Loras Tyrell? As in the Knight of Flowers Loras Tyrell? How do we see Tyrells from here? We can't, can we? A new guardian for Jane Baratheon. Where's Jane Baratheon? Who's Jane? Who's Jane Dan Baratheon here? Where is Jane? Jane Baratheon? Jane? Jane, wherefore art thou? I could just search for him in the search. There he is. Oh, there's Marjorie? Oh no, it's not Marjorie Tyrell. Loras Tyrell, 18. Seems a bit young to be the Loras Tyrell. It's not the Loras Tyrell at all, is it? No, it's not. That's the Loras Tyrell. Isn't it? No. Where the hell is... What was he called? 215. Oh, this is a long way away. Garland, Luthor, Mace. There's the Loras Tyrell. Died clutching at his heart several years ago. That's him, isn't it? Yeah. Attractive, temperate. Died of chest pains or something. Yeah, died of a heart attack. Married to somebody with grayscale. Ugh. Didn't go very well, did it? No, it didn't. Okay, that's fine. He's asked me to come to the tournament again. What a persistent swine. No, I went to my father's funeral, you idiot. Show some respect. We've got the perfect excuse not to go. I would love to come, but I'm burying my father, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Revoking the High Lordship of Ocean Road. Right, we wanted to go and... Oh, for heaven's sake. Right, forget that for a second. We're just going to pop up north before the game does anything else. To go to Moat Cailin, which is there. And we've got the Gatehouse Tower. Now, somebody wanted to see something about the Martian eyes. Gatehouse Tower. What did you want to see? The first time it didn't give me a prestige penalty for saying this, saying it's beneath me. The second time it gave me a prestige penalty. So is it a glitch or is it intended to force your hand kind of thing? What are we seeing up here anyway? We've got this fella, Glendon. Glendon Moment. It's got a lisp. It's where the history of it. What, you mean like the history of the who's in control of it? Rob the Evil inherited it in 8305, and that it was inherited by Edwile, and then finally Glendon had it. Commander Clement. Who the hell is Commander Clement? Is he alive? Is he dead? Command of Moat Cailin. Claimants. Master of Griffin's Roost is one of the claimants. Oh, it's all intermingled, isn't it? Right, Glendon. Was it Commander Clement? There's Commander Clement. There he is. Commander Clement died at age 42 from a bad case of the flu 3 years ago. Clement Mormont. Moat Kingdom was the house of House Reed. Oh, yes, it was, yeah. The Reeds. Yeah, God bless them. The pesky Reeds that come down south. They're northern. Not only that, but he's like the really weird northern men, right? Frog people-y things. Not just northerners, but weird northerners. Right on our doorstep. Whoa. Okay, is that? Have we seen enough? So Commander Clement was quick, a trained fighter, a knight of the 7, authoritative kind. 1-0 down in the FA Cup. We're playing. Were we playing Fulham in the FA Cup? I think we were playing. Fulham away, I believe. Oh, Jack, don't rub it in. I'd rather be knocked out of the FA Cup, to be honest with you, if we can just focus on more important things like staying in the Premiership. But anyway, so we opened the door. I saw no one, but as I stepped aside to close it, a group of acrobats cartwheeled in. Do we think it's appropriate that tricks? I mean, they exploded into applause, but this is a funeral. I know at funerals you do have a bit of celebration of the life and all that, and you have a wake, and there's been a grand feast here. But it seems a bit OTT to have woohoo acrobats cartwheeling in. Woo! Happy Death Day, whoosh! No. What do you think you're doing? It's a flipping funeral, you idiot! Flipping cartwheeling in. Good Lord. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. Whee! What? Get out of my sight! Not solemn enough, exactly. Oh God. Let the feasting commence though. Yeah, engorge yourself and get merry, but we're not having cartwheelers, alright? It's like the coffin dance. Oh, I love the coffin dance. I love it. It's the music of it. It's just, yeah, so bad. I mean, Twitter is a cesspool, right? At the best of times, with comments and stuff. But I find it highly amusing. Some people are so funny on Twitter. It's unbelievable. Oh, because I didn't do any flim-flam to start the session. You're going to get a few flim-flams in it. Something really made me laugh. Okay, so there was one thing on Twitter yesterday that made me laugh, and some of you may have seen it because it was trending. The guy on the park bench that sounded like Peter Kay, which clearly was a fake video, but there was a girl or young lady who was trying to film a TikTok video or something, and a guy sat on a bench, and then she tried to tell him to move the gym live stream. Yeah, that's the one. And he was sat on the bench, and he sounded just like Peter Kay, actually. It wasn't him, but it sounded typical Boltonish kind of accent. And he was like, no. Oh, that was what made me laugh. And then she went, oh, but something about my followers. My followers. I can't remember what she said, but she mentioned her followers, aka, the people that follow her. And he went, your followers? Who are you, Jesus now? Oh, it's quite funny. What's happened? Oh, Mathos, my mate, has spoken up and told everyone how great the food at my feast was. Oh, how very, very nice. Oh, well spoken, good friend of mine. Well spoken. And there was something I saw this morning which really made me chuckle, and I can't remember it. Am I going to start a gym stream? Remember when I did the health and fitness challenge? I actually give you a snippet of me exercising. Remember that? If you didn't see it, you probably won't. But I actually, it's part of my health and fitness challenge, what I did in 2019. I remember it well because I was going on a cruise in November 19, which was the last cruise before the pandemic, and I was losing weight for that holiday. So this will have been about September, October 2019, and I did a very short snippet of me exercising. That's as close to a gym stream as you're getting. Because I don't do the gym, you see. I exercise right here in my bedroom. I've done it for years. Anyway, so that's a maybe then. No. Oh my god! I probably look. I'm 6'2". I've got long legs. I've got size 12 feet. I'm not probably the most elegant of exercisers. I do what I need to do to get the job done, but it's not when I play football. I watch videos of myself playing football, and I'm probably the least likely looking football person you're going to see. But I'm very effective in what I do. But when I watch myself running around, and I'm like, I do not look like. Some people look like footballers. They're playing, their body posture, the shape, they just look like footballers. They step on the pitch and you're like, yeah, definitely good football. And then there's me, gangly legs all over the damn place. And you'd be if you were to see me initially, you think, oh, you'd be rubbish. But then I come out with a few little surprises. But yeah, still, it's just the old posture and the gait. Try watching yourself refereeing a game. It looks worse, trust me. I do fancy. There's actually some Facebook videos of me playing football. I might download them and put them on the Discords. I don't want to put them on YouTube because there's other people in it and I haven't got the permission and I wouldn't like to do that kind of thing. But I might put it on the Discord server privately for people to have a quick sneak peek on where I'm playing football. We lost, it was a cup final, we lost 4-3. But it got me scoring a goal in it, so that's quite good. I might put that up. Or I might, I don't want to put it live because I could have shared it with you on a. Well, if they put it on Facebook, they've put it in public view, haven't they? You know what? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add it to the agenda item list for the anniversary stream in April. You can watch me playing football. I've got a handful of clips of me playing football. Not many, but. You can see me in action, winning all these trophies that are littering the house. You can see a few over there, there's some up there, there's some over there, there's some downstairs, there's some in the garage. It's 1 damn things. Anyway, sorry. There you go. Got distracted again, because you guys do this to me. But the Treasurer of Amberley has presented to the court a list of damages caused by a weir built by the people. We're in the middle of a funeral. Oh, we can bear the losses, or the extra tax. No, we can bear the we could just about bear the losses. The more brown ale Master Andrew drank, the more louder he talked, and he got a bit merry, and basically he got taken to bed. Disgusting behaviour. This is a funeral, sir. My father's funeral. Show some respect. It's a funeral, exactly. People always get hammered. Somebody always gets hammered at a funeral, and there's always an argument. Right? There's always an argument, and somebody's always hammered at a funeral. At a wake. Always. Alright? Oh, not always, but yeah. It's a common theme. Family members that haven't seen each other for a long time get together, alcohol flows, and then people say what they really think, and then before you know it, this chair's been overturned, tables upturned, chairs thrown, and then the police are called. I've seen it many times in my old job. So here's the funeral, the usual stuff. You put your things on your eyes. We, as the son, put the things on the eyes. Our father is dead. The cartwheelers are cartwheeling in. And no, they're not clearly. This is where there would have been cartwheeling, you know. Oh, joyful, joyful. He's dead. But thankfully, we stopped that, and we were very somber. And the people then filed in and paid their respects, nodded their heads solemnly as they filed past my father lying there with the stones on the eyes, and some people were desperate to reach out and touch him, but the guards, the rain guard, just gonna step back. What you doing? No touching. He saved my life. The refuge saved my life. He built it. He commissioned it. Yes, we'll pay your respects from over there, dear. Okay. And then the affair was finished. So that was the funeral. I hope I brought it to life for you. So all the good lords of the Iron Throne, I declare that Lord Wayland Went of Harrenhal has upset the delicate balance of power in the realm by refusing to relinquish control of the High Lordship of the Trident to one of his vassals. Let this tyranny be known throughout the realm. This is the Lord of Willow Wood. So is he declaring this on him? That does indeed sound a threat. I don't understand those messages. Martian eyes, tell me, what the hell do those messages mean? Why do you have alcohol at funerals anyway? Doesn't happen in my country. Because we are the UK, Nagisa. We have a drinking problem, clearly. Marriage, hey, let's have a drink, it's a baptism, yeah, wet the baby's head with alcohol, yes, lovely, and then sip it, it's a funeral, he's dead, let's show, no, let's have some more alcohol, clearly. Any celebration, anything, it's your birthday, let's have some alcohol. I'm celebrating 2 years alcohol free, let's have some alcohol. There is a drink problem on that island for sure. Yeah, there probably is. I probably don't. I mean, I like a drink. I like a rum, and it's not that. It's really bizarre. I've gone into full nonsense mode now. Apologies, but when I was younger, I used to drink because it got you drunk. I never used to like the taste of alcohol when I was younger. You know, it was just a thing to do when you were younger. Let's have a few drinks, let's get a bit merry, or a bit drunk even, and let's just, have a good time. And then as you get older, your taste buds refine, and then maybe about 10 years ago, roughly, I just started to develop a taste for rum. And then over the past sort of 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, I have started to really like rum, to the point where I've probably tried over 20 different types of rum at this point. And there's not many I don't like. And it's not so much anymore when I have a drink. As you get older, you'll experience this kind of shift. You stop drinking to get hammered or to get merry so much. And, well, I find anyway, that I actually drink rum because I like the taste of rum. It's a nice, tasty drink with a bit of Coke and a bit of ice, or even a bit of sugar syrup and a bit of bitters for a rum old-fashioned. It actually is a really palatable, tasty drink. And that's why I tend to drink now. I mean, if I do drink, even if I go to my friend's house, I probably have about 3, which is nowhere near enough to get merry. But it's just the taste of it now. You make rum for your job? What kind of job do you have? And you just come back from Grand Cayman, which is a tax haven for us British folks, by the way. Anyway, and gin. Okay, let's stop talking about alcohol, please. I'm starting to salivate. My news from Casterly Rock. You've probably already read this, folks, but a trial by combat. Lord Cleos Craycall demanded a trial by combat from his captor, Lord Paramount Wendell Lannister, who selected Donald Craycall. Craycall versus Craycall. So, that's nice. One of you Craycalls will die today. Donald was slayed by his opponent. What? Sir Derek Betley? No. Is that right? Donald Craycall is his champion. Oh, so... Slayed by his opponent, Sir Derek Bratley. Bratley? Donald Craycall, Sir Derek Bratley. Betley? So who? So, Lord Cleos Craycall must have demanded a trial and selected... Oh, so no, sorry. Lord Cleos Craycall selected Donald Craycall as his champion, and Sir Derek Betley was the champion for Paramount Wendell. Sorry about that, I got that wrong. And you're now probably screaming it in the chat, which I haven't looked at, but I understand it now, okay? I understand it. There you go, you were trying to tell me. I understand it now, it's fine. It's fine. Right, excellent. Let's carry on. Were we supposed to be waiting for something to happen? I kind of feel like we're waiting for something to happen that I've forgotten to do. Here we go, look. As a reigning lord, I rarely have any spare time, but for my little son Barristan, I would move heaven and earth. Family first. Oh, I love it. Perfect. I've been trying to help and advance my family. So this is because of our family ambition, right? So we are trying our best. So he's coming of age, 26th of 8th moon. We'll get a message about giving him I think we'll get him a message. Oh no, he won't, because he's been educated. But when he turns to 6, we have to remember to switch out to our marshal to educate him. Can we see the current King's Guard? Is there a reason why we empty castle position? Yes, because we need a maester and we need a septon, and we need to spend money to get those, and we don't have any money right now because we just paid for a flipping funeral. Paid for a flipping funeral. King's Guard. Right, let's go to the King's Guard. Ask courtiers to leave court. I mean, the court is definitely really, really busy. This is probably why we're losing a little bit of tax. The tenacious. Hyle Caswell is now the tenacious one. It's not a bad moniker to have. Right, the King's Guard. Let's take a look at the White Book. Here is the list of the current members of the King's Guard and notable past members. So, current members, we've got Sir Rogar Swan. Fighting ability of 90. He's brave, kind, just, gregarious, cynical, homosexual, poet, Kingsguard knight, a skilled fighter. He's not the Lord Commander, is he? No. Oh, he's the commander. Sir Rogar, he's the commander of the Kingsguard. A swan, who have quite a history with the Kingsguard, don't they? The swans. His wife is dead now. Incestuous adulterer. His lover is Sabara Swan. Interesting. And he's won a small tourney or two. Only a small tourney. Ew. So that's him at 35. Not bad to be the Lord Commander of the King's Guard. We've got. Oh no, he's a regular commander. Apologies. Again, another mistake on my part. He's just a commander. He is the Lord Commander, Eustace Blount. It's got cancer, unfortunately. Have you heard of the cure? I mean, you don't need your bits at 56, do you? So, pop on down the road to Amberley and we'll sort your cancer out for you. So that's Lord Commander, 50 fighting ability, mainly because he's probably lost a bit because of his old age and lost a bit because of his cancer. Otherwise, he would have had a 90 fighting ability, which is pretty good. A duelist, honourable, brave, authoritative, proud and patient. The kind of qualities you would expect in a Lord Commander of the Kingsguard. We've got Sir Harbert Whitehead, 75 fighting ability. Again, a bit wrathful, arbitrary, deceitful and trusting. Not quite so honourable, but he's a decent fighting man. We've got Sir Connery Wells of House Wells here at 65. He's stressed. Well, again, kind, humble, temperate and brave and trusting. I think they've picked the Kingsguard pretty well here. Sir Davos Shawnee of the famous House Shawnee, clearly, who's also got cancer. Have you heard of the cure? Diligent and temperate and stuff. And then we have Sir Narbert Grandison. Grandison is a house I have heard of. Minus 40 personal combat. He's blind due to age. I mean, maybe it's very unceremonious to kick him out now at 67 and blind. Maybe he's just an honorary position at this point, because you really couldn't expect him to do anything tangible. Unless he's really, really good at blind fighting. And Sir Alan Swan. Is this the second Swan? Or the same Swan? This is a separate Swan. So we've got two Swans on the Kingsguard. Who's honest and gluttonous and brave and envious and a hunter and has got 85 personal combat. So a pretty able Kingsguard. Lord Commander Aemon the Dragon Knight. Oh, that's not a spoiler to House of Dragon or something. Let's get rid of this book, please. Right. How can Myles die from natural causes but not that blind old man? Oh, that was it. I was going to check. I was thinking, what am I doing? I'm checking for the fighting ability of Horus. 80. He could be pilfered for the King's Guard. That's my only concern. He's got a higher fighting ability than some of the current members, so if somebody of the current members dies, like the blind old man, for example, a man of, Clegane, historical family there, clearly got some honourable traits and stats, small Tony win as well, could be high on the agenda. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I mean, we'll kind of, celebrate his departure as a promotion, if you will, I suppose. We'd be happy for the man. But yeah, get him married and I'm pretty sure he can't come. Is actually a fact. If we marry him off, he can't leave? Or would he just get divorced? Would he just divorce his wife? Sorry, wifey, the King's Guards are calling me. Right, let's go. Let's get going. Booby dooby 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 doo. Right, I'm going to send a message to somebody because I can't leave them hanging for this length of time, really. Find him a wife. King's Guards can't have wives. So if we get him married, it might be a blocker. Prince Quentin the Evil. Okay. Hello, JJ. Somebody. Oh, baby number 4. Oh, 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 oh. Excellent news indeed. Excellent news. Keep thinking to myself, I am missing something. I don't know why. Is there something that I needed to do or something I was keeping an eye on? I can't remember. Or maybe there wasn't. I don't know, maybe there wasn't. My father's dead. Maester and Scepter, clearly we have to do, but we were waiting on that one. Courtiers to leave. We've got so many courtiers. I mean, who can we ask to leave at this point? I mean, in all realist, Simon Penrose we could, but we want to keep him close. Arston Seashade. Arston's married to our Spymaster, so he can't go anywhere. She's just come with the current crop. Rogar Terry, again, we could actually oust him, but he's like Sir Morton's son. I feel bad. We just have to roll with it. I'm planning on building more. No, I wasn't. Not in immediacy. Oh no! My ally has died wounded of infection. Oh, that was my alliance. That was a ticket to my alliance. We can still ally with him though, right? Because he's the brother now to my daughter. To Axel, his betrothed to my daughter. So we should still get another. We should still get an alliance here. Ooh. Ooh, that's it, barrister. Ah, there we go. That's it. It's my son. That's it. Education. My lord, I have been instructing young Barristan in the ways of sword and lance as requested. I am pleased to say he appears to be a natural. His martial prowess has improved greatly over recent weeks. He gains the trait Poor Fighter. Clearly, now we're going to arrange a guardian, and we're going to have him trained by Horus going forward. To my wife, no, Amanda won't like it, but there you go. Let's bring you back. Now let's go for the full-blown alliance. That's fine. That's happy days. Excellent. So our son is now being trained by Sir Horus Clegane. Maybe will become a squire. Naturally, I think. naturally will become a squire with this kind of tutelage. Are we still going for Blue Grove? Yes, we're still going for Blue Grove. It's just taking a bit of a while. It's taking a little bit of a while. Lady Ariella of Blackmont was beheaded on the order of Prince Quentin of Dawn. Yeah, we're fabricating a claim with the new Justicar. Justicar Edric Follard has been assigned to the task. Let's get cracking, Mr. Follard. Right, we can now probably get a Septon. Probably, maybe. That's another courtier to add to the... That's 2 extra courtiers that are coming. 31. The limit is 24. I mean, goodness me. How is it even feasible to have this to have as little courtiers as that when you're a very famous family? People are wanting to come here. They're coming in their droves. With my illustrious education in all affairs of state and diplomacy, I should have no trouble finding the right way to endear myself to Lady Maris. Yes, indeed, we shouldn't. You need a new plague to clear out the court. Going to be worse when you keep having kids. Oh yes, another kid as well. Kids, courtiers, councillors. Lady Maris responded by telling me she's in complete agreement and wishes for us to be in good terms with each other. That is indeed wonderful news from the future lady of the place. Unless Erenly has another son at 56. His wife is the issue at 47, who's got a headache. Want more kids, my dear? I've got a headache. Oh, damn. Damn. And I'm 46, you idiot. With the miracles of modern medicine... No, he's nicked me Castellan! Oh, you flipping swine! I mean, I know some of them I know wanted to trim the council, but not to the detriment of my flipping Castellan. I served your father, but yes, I serve a higher power now. Oh, who took him? Renly took him. That's who. We can't have Penrose as a we need a Castellan now. Arston, Theo, Mathos, my friend. Mathos, right-hand man. Trust. He's not the greatest, clearly, but this is not to do with greatness. This is to do. Although my wife would probably be saying, "Look, you can't give these positions of importance to your mates." But why not? Because you can't. Just because he's your friend doesn't mean he's going to be competent. But maybe just as a stopgap till I find somebody more competent. How about that? I mean, he's charitable. Yes, but he's also very rude. You know, it's a shame. Look, I'm sorry. I'm going against you on this one. I'm going to put him in. If somebody better, he'll understand. But for now, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Be it on your head. Don't say I didn't warn you. Look, just focus on being pregnant. Let me do the appointing of the councils, alright? Alright. Would you like me to mop my brow? A day in the life of Eryk of Amberley. And indeed he will be loyal. In fact, most of our councillors will be loyal. Okay, 2 of them will be loyal. But the rest of them will follow suit soon enough, I'm sure. When they see... It's bloody pausing business. When they see how noble a ruler I am. Just like my father. I am my father's son. Just with black hair. Can we change our beard? I don't think we should. I think we should. Although we could replicate the fact that we've been in power for a little while and maybe got a slightly longer beard. How about that? Yeah, we've grown our beard. There we go. I'm trying to look more authoritative as we've gained a position of power and we've grown our beard for a year. Nice big black bushy-ish goatee kind of thing going on. Oh, yes. I am Eryk II. You're going to insist on keeping that, are you? What's up with it? I quite like it. His wife rolling the eyes. Oh, God. Look, you clearly are not sound of mind. You're in a state, your hormones are all over the place. Just let me do what I'm doing. You focus on being pregnant. You want to ensure that this child is healthy, and you stressing out about my beard or about my castellan is not helping the situation. The Astapori Bank of Astapor. What a name. What should we call the bank? I think we should call it. Where is it? It's in Astapor. Right. Okay. I've got a genius idea. How about we call it the Astapori Bank of Astapor? Oh, it'll catch on that. It makes it easy to remember, doesn't it? Yeah, we've got the Iron Bank. You know, we've got something catchy. How about that? No. The Astapori Bank of Astapor. All right. Right, there. Something removed from the treasury there. Oh, how fantastic. Okay, let me just write this message, and then you can all scream in horror as my child is stillborn or something. And I'm hoping by now that you actually are suggesting names for this child whilst I'm sat here typing a message. I do apologise. Right, there we go. It's a boy! Cameron! I quite like Cameron as a name, actually, but I don't think we're going to use that name. Because our cousin's called Cameron, and we could get confused. So we've got Ethan, we've got Sebastian, we've got Oliver. No. I can't resist it. I can't resist it. Have we already had this? We haven't had this yet, have we? Or maybe I should save it for a firstborn child. Maybe I should save it for a firstborn, not secondborn. I'll save it for a firstborn. Right, Sebastian, Morm, Ethan, Greg, Oliver, Renly, another genius son. Let's check him out in a minute. Check him out now. Oh, not a genius. Damn, not a genius. Never mind. You can't have too many genii in the family. Matthew, Oliver, Greg, Ethan's quite a nice name. I like Ethan as a name. I like Lucas as a name too. Robert is obviously the former king. Could be a throwback to Robert, but we're so far, well, not so far removed, but we're a little bit removed from Robert's reign. That I don't think we'd have a strong tendency there for that. David. Hisland. Oh God, don't tempt me. Matthew. I like Ethan. I do like Ethan as a name. If I had a child, Ethan would be a name that I would consider. I mean, I wouldn't think of it myself, but if I was like flicking through a naming book and like, what names can I possibly have for my child? Ethan. That's not a bad name. quite like Ethan. Yeah, Damien. No chance. Yeah, we're going to go Ethan Topcliffe. I think it definitely works. It definitely works. I have a name for a firstborn son, which clearly won't happen until he has a child. So maybe it might be too late. I don't know. Secondborn son? Firstborn son? Okay, so when Barristan has a son, I've got a name. Ethan. There we go. Okay, so not a genii, but a second in command. We could now go for My Amelia to be betrothed to the what-do-you-call-ems now. I think I will. Quite like the family tie to the let me get remember the name. Not the Karens, the Errols. To the Errols, yeah, the Errol people. Lord Oris Wendwater, Errol family, Damon, little Damon, and little My Amelia, yeah, little My Amelia. There you go. There you go. Lady Shira's memory live on. That's what I say. Lady Shira. Oh, I really like Lady Shira. Have I already mentioned that? Good old Lady Shira. She was a good egg, wasn't she, in the end? It made me chuckle how we had a bit of political wrangling with her initially. Oh no! What's happened? What's happened? Somebody's trying to kill me. Somebody is trying to kill me, and if it's one of my rivals, I will not be taking this lying down. Who is trying to kill me? Simon Penrose! Oh! Pretender? Pretender to the throne of parchments, is it, Simon? Does it wrangle you to know that I am next to inherit parchments, is it? Oh, it's taken you a while to show your face, hasn't it? I could ask you to end this plot, you'd probably accept, but clearly I don't wish to do that. I've been waiting for this opportunity to deal with you, and so it has come to pass. Righteous imprisonment, you say? Arrest chance? We could... No, we're not going to... Our marshal increases arrest chance, I believe, but we're not going to interrupt our kids' training for this. So, if he flees, let him flee. It should hopefully weaken his plot power anyway, if he flees away from us. End the plot? No. No. I don't think so, pal. Going to attempt... This is clearly a... Well, it's not treason, I'm not the king, but, effective treason here. Clearly locking him away in prison. To do with as we see fit. Now, this is going to be rather interesting, because we haven't had anybody in prison before. This is the first time we have a prisoner in the prison of Amberley. It's lain empty for all these years. Have you ever had a prisoner in here? I don't recall. No, I don't recall ever having a prisoner here. It's like, we've got a prisoner. The jailer's like old and grey. What? What do I do with these? Never had one before. What do we do with them? You just lock them up and just watch them. Oh. All right. Oh, okay then. So what we could do is we could do a whole host of things. We could execute him. We could release him. We could put out his eyes and blind him and all other manner of stuff. Exile. Oh, I thought we could torture and stuff. Why can't we torture? Why can't we put eyes out and castrate? Like, we could humiliate. Maybe because we're not... or we can visit the... Visit chambers? What? What? This sounds very bad. I'm assuming this is here because he's in prison, right? Or does it? This is not like a regular thing that comes up to regular people. No. That's really bad. So we literally enforce ourselves. Yeah. Enforce ourselves on a prison. That is horrendous. Oh my goodness. That is, oh well, this is the world we're in. God, this is probably not the worst thing that could possibly happen to you, to be honest. But yeah, so we could humiliate, throw him in the oubliette, which is even worse. Put him under a house arrest. We can execute, which is probably, I wonder if it's classed as tyrannical. Yeah, it is. Call him for trial. Assign guardian, exile, release from prison. Right. Well, what we're going to do. So the regent will preside over this trial. My wife would preside over this if we were to have a trial. One of my counsellors will question and judge him. No, we don't want to be questioning and judging. What we'll do is we will have to have a trial. We can't leave the man in prison indefinitely. So we will keep him in prison whilst my wife is pregnant and has the baby, which she's clearly had the baby, but now she's in sort of maternity stage, kind of, breastfeeding maybe and looking after the little one. She's a bit busy to be presiding over trials right now, so we'll keep him in prison for roughly a year, let the wife recover, and then we'll give him his trial. So remind me, folks, by the 3rd moon of next year, if I forget, because I might, we're going to have this man tried for his crimes, okay? It's only fair. And then we'll take it from there. Right, now we're going to seek a septon first. No, we're going to seek a maester first. Because maesters heal you when you are ill. Oh, I've clicked it now. I can't click off it. There's no way to exit it. Is there? Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm going to have to bankrupt myself. Septon. Oh, it's only 5 gold. Okay, that'll do. Septon as well. Almond. Septon. Looking pretty decent. Selfish, cruel and arbitrary though, but hey, you'll have to do. That'll do. Come forth, Septon Almond. Come through. Come in. Come in. There you go. Maester on the way soon as well. So we've almost got a full council. It's a minor miracle. There we go. Another alliance with House Errol. There we go. So we've got House Tarth, House Errol, and our mother as well. Maester's arrived by the name of Brian. Pretty decent. Whoa! Is he a cartographer? Maester, expert. Look at those stats. Quite a good shooter, I'd wager, also. Multilingual. Brave and diligent. Wow. Court physician, there you go. There you go. Very capable maester there. Very capable. Happy with that. The maester has... What happened there? What happened there? Was that a glitch? Maester Brian? Why did I get that message? What happened there? Was that a glitch or something? Maester Brian, I give you the job. Fired from council and changed council job. I appointed him before. I should not have appointed him until I clicked the message. Oh, that's a stupid glitch. It's not a, well, it is a glitch if you ask me, but anyway. So I lost 40 opinion because of that, and it's going to last for quite a while. 1 year for the -10, 10 years for the -30. Good grief. Could be quite pivotal. If you don't like me, you might not cure me properly. Right, okay. My prisoner is complaining about his dark cell, asking for suitable accommodations. I can be merciful and put him under house arrest. I can make his conditions worse, or I can release him. No. You stay where you are. This is supposed to be prison, not the Ritz. You know what I mean? That's PlayStation. And gym. television and everything. No, you're in prison, mate. You just sit there and shut up. Simple, isn't it? Good grief, these people. I've been spending more time with my wife, Renessa, lately, and though, of course, we did not marry for love, okay, so we are beginning to fall for each other, which is kind of cool. I like that. I like that very much. Hello, little Ethan. How you doing? Oh, now look who's popped his clogs. Mr. Bluegrove himself popped his clogs, and now we have Bruce. Bruce of Bluegrove. 34 has come in. Brave, gregarious, a bit slothful. He seems like an honourable man. An honourable man. Maybe he'll be more competent than his father. But nonetheless, Bluegrove is still suffering right now, so... And we've set our sights on it, really, in all honesty. The people deserve our rule at this point. Call Sir Simon Penrose for trial. In due course, he shall have his trial, okay? Just a little bit busy. As I say, my wife just had a baby. She's in full recovery mode right now. Can't be presiding over trials, clearly. How's Renly doing? Any ailments apart from gonorrhea? No. Oh, God. Eryk, 18, died of cancer. That was quick. Oh, it was good. Oh, Bluegrove. Oh, you don't have anybody. My wife, my loving wife, can be the Justicar. So she's the Justicar. She's the regent. She's my bodyguard. Anything else you want to do, my dear? You want to spin a few plates, mop the floor with a broom up your backside too? Just do it all, you multitasking thing, you. She's going to be like, right, okay, let me show you how you fabricate a claim. Because these imbeciles that you have employed previously don't have the Scooby-Doo what they're doing. I sincerely hope the game procs a claim within like 2 years. That'd be quite nice. Oh, well, yes. Renessa has fabricated a claim. Really? 20. What is the percentage chance? 20% yearly. It's not a cumulative effect. Come on, my loving wife. You can do it. You can do it. Show them how it's done. I mean, we're performing charity like my father used to do. What are you doing? Septon? Proselytizing or whatever you were doing? No, perform charity. Charity starts at home. Charity starts in Amberley. Right, where's my little son? Is he not got any sort of squiring stuff going on? Genius, poor fighter, conscientious right now. Is there a way to make him become a squire properly? I'm not missing an option, am I? I don't think so. Just let me know if I need to do something for the betterment of his trading. Have the Iron Islands calmed down? Good question. Oops-a-daisy. That's all we peeky. Here he is. This is Mr. Pike, and we have a truce with the High Priest Lazan, and it's all as one once again. So yes, it has calmed down. They are united once more. The foreigners have been ousted. All is well. Hyle the Tenacious One, together with Paramount Wendell, still sort of allies there, and we've still got Arwood on there, and of course the newly appointed Orson of the Vale. The king, how's the king cracking on? He's got a bloodied face. What has he been doing? Why has he got a bloody face? He's been doing a bit of duelling. Respected. Was cut on the iron... Oh, he cut himself on the Iron Throne! The clumsy oaf. revolt failed. Yeah, cut himself on the throne with his face, apparently. Can you imagine falling face first? Lots of young rulers taking over. Renly and yeah, Renly's oldest, 60s, yeah, 53 Quentin. Oh my god. Renly is, what now, 57-ish? Yeah, 57. Everybody else is pretty young, you're right. It's a good call. 20, 24, even the king. Well, king's 42, he's just got a young face. 32. This guy has not been in power that long. 28. So yeah, relatively young rulers. Inexperienced, but let's see. They seem to be holding things together. Uther has shown time and time again that he wishes to be my friend. After so many shows of courteous behaviour, I find myself increasingly obligated to return the favour. Who is Uther? Who are you? A Valeman. Well, how do I know this man, Uther? Okay, let's acquaint ourselves with Mr. Uther then, shall we? My father was sceptical of such things. Uther's the new Morm. Did Edward take the wall? Attacking Raymond Crowkiller, 67%. The war isn't over yet. And he's also defending against the White Harbour revolt too. So the war for the wall rages on. War for the wall rages on. Bit of a tongue twister. Oh! No, my wife tells me, why can't this be right? Why can't this be right? Why can this not be right? Did we not sleep together? Uh-oh. We haven't had our knackers cut off, so... I have thought it over, and I cannot be the father of my wife Nessa's baby. As it grows in her belly, I have trouble sleeping. I must put this matter to rest. She's my wife. I love my wife. I trust her word. It's fine. We have these doubts, and then we turn around and we think it through properly. It's like, no. No. She gives me sage counsel. She's my regent. She's my... Just it can't... No, this cannot be. It cannot be. Surely. Surely not. News from Pentos of a great trial at court. Lord Elizaro Obisis was imprisoned by Magister Dilio Aqua, and there was a trial by combat, and he was released. Oh my god. What's going to happen with this damn baby? What's happening with this baby? Discontent council no longer discontent. This is the winter of my discontent. Pregnant. She's still got 35 fighting skill. Don't screw with a pregnant woman. She'll have your guts for garters. She'll have your guts for flipping garters. With my illustrious education in all affairs of state and diplomacy, I should have notified Lady Maris. We continue to try to the Septon of Planky. What a name that is, Planky Town. Renessa hasn't slept with anybody. Okay, it's just a little bit of our father's paranoia being passed down to us. Nothing more than that, I'm sure. So he's dealt with the peasant revolt. Okay, so the court is coming down naturally now. Quite quickly, actually. Have we not got... Are we not supposed to be try... Oh, we can't... Oh, what a tragedy. We can't try Simon Penrose because my wife's pregnant again. Sorry, Simon. Oh, is it my time for my trial yet? Well, it would have been very soon. But, however... Lord Eryk's wife's pregnant again. Sorry about that. You have to wait another 18 months. This is not fair. It's not fair that you try to plot to kill Lord Eryk, then, is it? Now sit down and shut up. The vengeful Septon John was beheaded. Also, Septon's popping their clogs at the minute. Call him for... Not yet. My wife's pregnant. As soon as she's had the baby, 12 months on top of that. King Ormond the Vengeful inherited King's Landing. If he's found guilty, his wife will suffer too. And when I say suffer, she'll be kicked out of court, that's all. Kick her out of court. Is he in my court, or is it classed as outside of my court if he's in prison? So he's married to Caron Musgood. Yeah, she'll go and all. You're going as well, love. If he's guilty, we're throwing you out with him. Banish. What should be found innocent after all this? Well, yeah, but you can bet your bottom dollar he'll think twice before doing it again, won't he? He'll have learnt his lesson. I spent 5 years in prison, and I'm innocent. Yeah, well, you know, it's just the way the cookie crumbled, I'm afraid. The only person that could try you around here, she was pregnant several times over. I've got 8 children now. Maybe my wife went down to question... Don't you even go there. Don't you even go there. My wife isn't lustful, is she? No. She's having a final months of her pregnancy. No, she's a loyal woman. It's just paranoia. Lord Roose the Young, Flint, not Bolton, declared the revolt against the rule of Lord Paramount Edward II. Another little bit of a rumpus up there. Rumpus pumpus. A son was born to Lord Eryk and Lady Renessa. Okay? It's not a bastard. Although you can still have bastards that you don't know about. So this could still be a bastard, but we're convincing ourselves this is not a bastard child. This is clearly our child. So, names fourth. Well, I'm trying to remember the names that were suggested last time. Victor, Bastardlender, Lucas, Victor is quite a nice name. Noah. Where was Noah from, right? There's a Noah from somewhere. There was a Noah. Oh, I know where there was Noah from, sorry. It wasn't a game. I'm thinking I've heard the name Noah recently. Okay, it's not a game. It's real life. It's a strange thing when real life blurs with a game, isn't it? Joffrey, Lucerys is a nice name, but it's a bit what's the word I'm looking for? Targaryenish. Rice, lentil, potato, and bean curry. Oh, veggie day today. Samuel Dickon Topcliffe. No, I can't. Oh, I can. It's a bona fide name. Oh no! If he's a genius, we can't call him this. He's sickly, so we can. Oh no! Oh no! Dick on Topcliffe. Oh God! I can't believe you suggested that. I've accepted it. Okay, there we go. Yeah. It's not quite on lips, but on top of a cliff, it's the next best thing. Maester Brian is worried about my newborn. Just make sure you save him, okay? Make sure you save him, and he's not got cancer, so keep his... Okay? Oh, God. Oh, no. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, Jesus. The amount of childish puns. Right. Thank you, Hurt Cupboard, for that. Whilst little Dickon still appears slightly weaker than other children his age, I swear he's much more energetic. Oh, it's been a success. Hey, we've succeeded in having 5 kids. Where's our achievement? What did we get for that? What did we get? An achievement for our ambition. We've got 5 kids now. We've got 5 kids. Look at us. Right, new ambition. Become spy master, become a counsellor. In general, any council position will do. Exalted among men. Improve combat ability. I quite like that one actually. Falling in love. This is quite cool as well. Just simply because we are working on our wife. So we'll strengthen that bond. But it'd be quite nice to get, what do you call it? People are talking about football now. Must be still losing. Yeah, take advantage of the fighting that we've got, fighting ability. You know, if we got our kid learning to fight, I kind of feel obliged that we should also learn a little bit to fight. You know, just in case he wants to spar with us. Like, come on, Dad, let's go and spar. And we just fumble and drop a sword on the floor because we're utterly useless. Doesn't seem quite fit. Right, we need to give our son a challenge. So maybe after we've fallen in love with our wife properly, we'll see if we can improve our fighting ability, just so that we can give our son a bit of entertainment after he's finished training with Horus. 2-0 to Fulham. I thought something had happened because I got a message and they were talking about football in a negative light. So that's clearly what they're talking about. I should find a genius fiance for my genius son. I probably should. I don't usually do this kind of stuff, but it would be quite cool, wouldn't it? Let's reset the filters. Females. Geniuses that are not married. And go by age. Another High Septon bites the dust. Another one's got a Stormlander. Oh, hang on. It's a courtier. Age 11. Genius, rowdy, brooding and indolent of House of Nailstone. The hell is of House Nailstone? I don't have a clue. Where's Nails? Oh, I don't care. She's a Stormlander. And she's a genius Stormlander. And she's 11. And she's not betrothed. I think you're right. It's not quite a marriage of politics. It's a marriage of brains. I quite like it though. Double genii. No. Would prefer matrilineal. Who are you to say no to me? You lowly lady of some town somewhere? What on earth? Oh, that's a bit of a bummer. As a talented woman herself, yeah, I wouldn't disagree that she would look for I mean, we could go with the Assault Dawnish. I mean, because we're next to Dawn, kind of, aren't we? So we might have a bit of links into Dawn. House Gargalen. Pretty decent house. It's the culture that gets me, though. I don't know. Dawnish culture? They're a bit weird. A bit strange. Oh. They would be quite happy with that. I mean, the ruler of Dawn is a bit tyrannical. I'm not quite so happy with it. I mean, I know it's great for the start, but I'm not quite so happy. Definitely not having Pentoshi. Lord of Light. I mean, it's the same faith. It's a different culture. Haughty. I mean, look at her stats as well. Pretty decent, right? And I like the name. Inferior. Lord of the Red Dunes. Where's the Red Dunes? Oh, Red Dunes are literally right down at the salt shore side. Interesting. We'd be the first person to marry a child outside. I might not be 100% certain on this, but we haven't married outside of the Stormlands very often, if at all. This would be quite a big step. Our wife would be the instigator of this, I feel, was it to go ahead. Let us ponder a bit longer. Let us ponder a bit longer on that one. Oh God, why can't I start off? Bloody Stormlander. She were perfect. It's a way to kidnap her. Can we kidnap children? Right, God's Hill. Right. We'll go until the 1st of the month of the new year, and then we'll try Simon Penrose, because my wife Claire's had another child. Should be snatched by somebody else. I know, that's the thing. My wife's busy at the moment. She's going to be trying Simon Penrose. She's now, she's got 2 months for this trial to prepare. She's preparing all the notes and she's getting all the evidence together. She's taking statements, preparing her line of questioning to ensure she doesn't fail, because as a genius you would hope that she would have Simon Penrose in knots on that stand. Okay. Oh, Lord Uther. People are living... he's obviously... okay, so we're sharing bits of advice. So he's trying to sway us. I don't know why, but he clearly is. Renly is now a drunkard. He's a 58-year-old drunkard with gonorrhea. And we're getting on really well with her at the moment. Yeah, she likes us 32. Good. How you doing, Cameron? Remember me? I'm your cousin. Oh, I don't know who you are. I'm your cousin. Are you? Loss of his castellan. Renly's split a loss of his castellan. He shouldn't be unhappy with the loss of his castellan because he's taken my flipping cat. Did he actually make him... He did, didn't he? No. Where's his castellan? Did he actually... No. So what... He took Bryce, and he's not put Bryce... This is not the same Bryce, it's a different... Brian it was, wasn't it? It was Brian. Where's he put Brian? Where are you hiding Brian, sir? That you stole off me. He's just a courtier. He's just a courtier. It really annoys me when they say, I'm off to a higher cause, and they don't get any job. Clearly not a higher cause, pal, is it? Bella Storm? Just a storm in a teacup. Go for intrigue. You bent low over your correspondence, struggling to stay focused and keep your eyes open when your wife, Lady Renessa, enters. She crosses the room and inspects the correspondence. Perhaps a fresh pair of eyes might prove useful. Yes, it might well do. Why aren't you fabricating a claim on Blue Grove, my Dynastic? Because I'm coming here to pore over terms. And is not one allowed a break from one's duties? Yes, I suppose so. Now, let me show you a couple of things about rulership for when I'm gone back to Blue Grove. So she explains the nuances of the problem to us, and we set to work, and basically we end up going to the bedchambers, because that's what we did last time. Well, we thought, oh, we've fallen in love. There you go. She's a genius. She likes mental stimulation. She likes mental stimulation. Right, excellent. So we've fallen in love. We have had kids. It is now time to learn how to fight. Befriend Lord Paramount Renly? No. We'll use that option when Lady whatever her face comes into power. So let's go for let's improve combat ability. We really want to, as a family man, we want to spar with our son when he comes of age properly. Be quite cool. Eryk, a barrister on the combat field, sparring. Me holding knacker cracker, him holding some other sword, and just having a bit of a play around. Wife shouting, "Be careful! Oh, we're fine, Renessa, we're fine. Oh, you cheeky bugger!" Oh, it'd be fabulous. Write her a letter. Send her one of my statues. Send her one of my statues. What? I'm going to either write a letter about myself to her, or I'm going to send her one of my statues. No, write a letter. Both of them sound a bit dodgy. I thought you loved your wife. I do, but not like that. Take your mind out the gutter. Okay. I'm too clearly. I mean, I thought it myself, to be honest with you. Too full of myself. Coming from a shy man, that's quite an advancement, wasn't it? I should probably have gone for the option where it said nothing. Neither option. Yeah, we're not well versed in being forward, are we? Not very good at it. Right, folks. Do we invite a Dornish betrothal into the family? I'm going to leave it to yourselves to decide. Do we branch out and invite a foreigner into the fold? This is probably the most audacious move that a Topcliffe family member has ever pulled at this point, if we do it. Okay, we're winning her over again. East Andalos has been pillaged by, it looks like, some Dothraki. Is that Dothraki? Doggo. Oh, we've got a situation. We've got a situation. The king has been usurped. They've got a new king. Who is this? King Stefan the Rash. He's just suddenly usurped the title from his brother. Okay. Ambitious? Yeah. But he's honest and kind and diligent and ambitious. He doesn't have the tyrannical stain either. And what about his vassals? Well, his vassals seem to like him. A couple of them don't, but all the main big ones do. This could be a good thing. This could be a good thing. Ormond Baratheon. Sorry, pal, but no good. It was a faction. He's relinquished his position due to a faction, it looks like. He's stepped down, given it to his younger brother. For the good of the realm. All hail His Grace Stefan of the House Baratheon, the first of his name, King of the Andals and the Rhoynar and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the realm. Curse him. Long live the King! He seems a decent king. Seems decent enough to me. How's he related to? Anyway, I was looking at this. Doggo, a name for a leader of the band. Doggo declared the Iron Throne Dreadfort de Jor War. Iron Islands, liberation of the Iron Islands. Lord, it's all kicking off now. He comes into power and suddenly it's all warfare. Right, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Emperor, let's do it. Let's branch out cultures. The benefits of cultural mingling. We can take the strengths from the cultures and learn from them. Who's to say that the Stormlands way is the only way to do things? Let's have an open mind here. All right then. Okay, if you say so. If you say so. I do say so, actually. As the wise one in this union. Okay, we could actually probably get an alliance there, but we won't go that far. He's only a lord anyway. Oh, I've changed my mind. This is because by Salt Dornish custom, female members of my house may inherit my titles, and as such I want the bride to continue the line of House Gargalen. I hate it when that happens. Why does the game not just say no straight away? It says yes, and then it's like, I've changed my mind because I'm stupid. Forgot about the Salt Dornish custom. How silly of me. Goodness gracious. Right, we've got no choice now. Still a no for you? Still a no for you. Damn you and your matrilineal nonsense. Right, okay. My prisoner is banging on his cell. I've been in here for ages! Lord Eryk, we have more complaints from Sir Penrose. He's been rattling his bars for some time now. He insists that he's been here for some time in the prison. Has he? Oh, I completely forgot about him. He's been in for 2 years, sir. 2 years, you say? Oh. Oh, my wife isn't pregnant now either. I don't have an excuse. I mean, she is away on business in Bluegrove right now, but I suppose she can come back and try him. All right, then. It's time for a trial. It's time for a trial. How do we find it? How do we host it? How do we do it? Can we not do it? Oh, we can. There we go. Time for a trial. Our very first trial. How does this work then? Here we go. Trial, trial, trial. Sir Simon Penrose has demanded a trial before the court, which Sir Mathos Storm shall oversee to ensure justice is served. Oh, it's me mate Mathos. It's me mate Mathos. I thought it said I thought Regent was above Castellan. Unless it's counting my... my wife is the Regent. Did it not say Regent before Castellan? Unless women... There can't be a reason why women can't try. Oh, so you said that I've been in prison because your wife was pregnant and she's not presiding over... Well, what happened was I completely got the custom wrong. It's just like a situation when you betroth to my daughter and then I suddenly decide, oh, do you know what? I'm so stupid. I forgot that I want to do it matrilineally. I'm going to cancel the betrothal. It's like that kind of situation. Bit of an oversight there. Sorry about that. So sorry. Anyway, our good mate Sir Mathos, completely neutral in this, of course. You'll understand. Neutrality is the key to these trials, shall ensure that justice is served. At the start of the trial, he is formally accused of sedition and conspiracy against the realm, a charge brought by Lord Eryk Topcliffe. I had a good authority, Sir Mathos, from Osmira Storm herself, that this man plotted to have me bumped off, because he saw me as a threat to parchments, clearly unhappy that I'm set to inherit. It's as plain as day for all to see, and I need not say any more. Okay, thank you for that. So Simon begins to present his defence. But hang on a second, let me explain. Excuse me. I've not started my questioning yet, Sir Mathos. You'll speak when you're spoken to. Stuttering and jittering away he is, clearly not very convincing. Sir Mathos suddenly then stuttered and stammered and rambled, fumbling papers flapping around, beginning to show signs of impatience. Where is my wife? We're thinking in all of this. The accused, due to the time it is taking for him to spit out these questions, giving Penrose time to think on the spot on his feet, rather than put the pressure on, is rebuking the questions and accusations like swatting away flies. People falling asleep as we stand here, making a very poor case indeed. I thought, oh my God, we're going to have to sack him as Castellan if this fails. Embarrassment. A verdict has reached. Oh my God. Sir Mathos proclaims, I find Sir Simon Penrose innocent. The charge of sedition and conspiracy against the realm is not proved. Are you surprised, you stuttering fool? We can't help but shout. Oh. I shall have his head! Tyranny! Wow. Send him back to the cells, tyranny. Okay, we have no choice. We still lose 100 prestige because of this debacle. And we're now stressed! Oh my god! You could have killed me, you idiot! You imbecile could be the detriment. Oh, the chest. I need to sit down. Oh. He's killing us! He's absolutely killing us! He's the imbecile! I'm sorry, he's my mate, but this is the highest embarrassment. I have not got anybody to replace him with right now, but we are firing him! Fired! The bumbling buffoon! We're not a wrathful man, but nonetheless, we're a proud man and we feel very embarrassed. Heavens above! Who can we bring back? Who can we bring forth? We have nothing but incompetent fools here. We're going to do this the natural way first, which is to invite a... What is this crap? Go away. Prisoners. There we go. Get rid of that. We're going to invite... employ new courtier. There we go. Septon, a sellsword, a debutant, a treasurer, just a spy master. If we go for a treasurer, we should get a stat for that. 11. He's not marvellous. Gallard. Brave, stubborn, honest, and cynical. Well, it'll have to do. I mean, it's a stranger to put into this position as our right hand, but such is the desperation that we face ourselves with at this moment in time, we really don't have a choice. We'd rather have some stranger in this position than a man that cannot put a decent case together. His argument was, well, but I only had I only had a very short time to put the case together. For 3 months your wife was preparing, and then suddenly she's no longer doing the trial. I had to try to step in last minute. What do you expect me to do? I expected you to rise to the occasion as a man of your station should, Mathos. Now let us not let this stand in the way of our friendship. This is clearly a business decision. Okay. Oh, they actually look. There's actually a specific stat for grew up together. That's really cool. And when things have calmed down, and you can show your face in public again after that, then perhaps we can look at some stuff. Okay. How about an honorary title? Or how about I get you married? Take your mind off things. A wife will keep you busy. My lord, says Gallard the incompetent Mark II, I come with bad news. Oh, I fear we might have a revolt on our hands. You've been in the job for 2 minutes. Could you just not cut the peasants some slack? Have you not heard in the job interview that the people around here appreciate our rule, adored my father for his charitable approach, and here you are, against authority, trying to squeeze taxes out of them? Where did I say to do that? Well, I was just using my initiative. Well, I'd rather you didn't. Just what on earth do you think you're doing? God's sake, Renessa, sort this out. Get this claimant blue grub, and we'll have you as our castellan. How about that? Flipping heavens above. Oh, look at her. Look, oh, she looks very beautiful like that. I like that portrait. My beautiful wife, who clearly can't do everything. It's like, as I said, spinning plates and mopping the floor. I mean, if we could have you in every council position, Renessa, we'd have you in every council position. We can't, unfortunately. clearly we've had 5 kids now, so your time bearing children isn't quite over yet. You're only 24. We could have more children just yet, but just focus on your task, which is clearly to claim Blue Grove right now. All right. Bumping Hall, and no. She is not. She is not. Okay, it's a marvellous idea. And look, Lord Uthor. As I'm off to see Lord. I'm so stressed. I'm off. I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm off to Lord Uthor's pad. I want a breather from all of this. Blasted Penrose. Grief. And we get a big, grandiose welcoming parade. The Lord of the Moon's Grey greets me in person as I cross the gates. Did you have good travel, Lord Eryk? Oh, I did, thank you. I didn't have a good time before the travel, but I'll get to that over festivities. Take me to the Grand Hall, if you don't mind. On a journey. Oh. Unfortunately, most of my visit to Uthor devolved into petty fighting about the Faith and the Seven and our favourite hymns. Oh ye faithful is my favourite. I don't like hymns, actually, says Eryk, tucking into some lamprey. I don't like it, actually. You can't say that. Blasphemy! Look, Uthor, we must agree to disagree on this one, alright? Can you all see the bags under my eyes? High City of Pentoshi Flatlands. So just the oh! My Amelia! What a name. Right, my Amelia. She's pretty decent. She's betrothed to an Errol. I mean, let's go for something different with her. What's her strongest suit? Duty. Let's go duty. Get some conscientiousness. Yeah, that'll do. Let's try that. Dramatic music. It's already 20 to 10. What the hell has happened to the oh, hang on. Okay, support the throne. Okay. Blindly support the throne as usual. I mean, he seems like a decent king, this guy. Seems like a king of action. His only desire is to win the war, and this war is for the good of us, right? This is the war to liberate they're fighting to liberate the Iron Islands. Clearly we're not having that. The Iron Islands are part of our kingdom, you stupid fools! Anyway, so hopefully while the troops are away and busy, now would be a good time to attack the Blue Grove. Or maybe we should just wait for him to die, and the truthful one, and wait for Lady Alora of the Stock. What's happened here? What's happened to her? Why is she no longer the heir? What's happened? What's happened here? Why has she been, like, bumped down 2 levels? Who the hell is Alora? Why are you gone ahead, Alora, at age 18 compared to 21? Why? How? Somebody care to explain this travesty to me? No. No, because we're not talking about the Iron Throne here, are we? We're talking about the Stormlands. Yeah, exactly. Confused me for a minute there. So what's happened here? She is the daughter to Paramount Renly and Paramount Karenna. She's the daughter to exactly the same, but she's younger, the succession is still agnatic, cognatic, primogeniture. It's not changed the succession. Maybe because she has a son. And she has a daughter. Is that a thing? That shouldn't be a thing. Just because the younger child's got a son? That's not how it works. Is it? Is it because she's breastfeeding? And incapable? At the moment? No. That's bizarre. I don't know, I'm confused. I'm confused. Clearly means we're swaying the wrong woman now. What's our relationship like with the new heir? Not very good. Well, actually, she likes us a little bit. We're not so keen on her. You're married to a Dornish person, says the man that was about to betroth his son to a Dornish person. Maybe Renly can pick his own heir. Maybe. Maybe so. Possibly. I wonder if is that a thing that's to do? I don't know. So I mean, I don't think it'll extend down to us mere lords, but is it something that we could do? Say, right, I don't want you, Barristan. I want you. Is it an option anywhere here? Rename, send insult. No. No, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop swaying her now because she's not as important anymore. Sorry. Sorry about that. We'll work on Lady Alora instead. How about that? Thank you. There are two peasant families in Amberley who have been locked in a bitter feud for generations. This conflict has now escalated to the point where it's even discussed in circles of nobility. Although this feud would normally be far beneath your notice, this could be a golden opportunity to practice your diplomacy. I mean, practice our diplomacy? I mean, how bad can this go? I mean, let's take a leaf out of Thingy's book. What's his face's book? Our good mate, whose name escapes me. Mathos's book. Right, my wife. Let's take a bit of sage counsel from my wife first. What would you do, wifey, in a situation where two families have been disputing for generations? Okay? Word on the grapevine, whisperings, murmurings. How would you do it? Well, I'll start off with a bit of mediation, actually. Set them down together, exert your authority, lay down the consequences of failing to comply and showing some kind of, restraint. Ah, right. Mediation, yes. I like it. Do you want me to maybe provide some sort of kind of probing questions and maybe lines of argument? No, don't worry about that. I've got it now. No, don't you worry. You go back to Blue Grove. I've got this one. I've got it. Okay, I can do that. I can do mediation. But so, we invite the two families to a local inn. I shall have it at the local inn. Yes, that's a perfect place to have it. A few drinks, maybe get them drunk, and maybe they'll forget their squabble. Hoping to reach an agreement. The peasants are seated at two opposing tables, which is the worst thing to do. If you're going to have mediation, let's have the parties sat staring each other down. It's like when you introduce two dogs. I used to watch The Dog Whisperer, you see. And, two dogs. You never invite two dogs together for the first time, head to head. It's confrontational. You never do it. If you're going to invite two dogs together, how about you walk them together side by side for the first time, so that they're kind of walking pack mentality, and then they get to know each other, and that's fine. You do it, sit down there, you and you here, face each other like a flipping Mexican standoff. Bad call. Eryk, just my opinion. Especially when some of them have brought flipping pitchforks. Another one clutches a live chicken. And they look a bit inbred. Not that we're judgmental. Right, okay. Do they have the basic grasp of the language, I wonder? I'll keep this nice and simple, shall I? I don't think appealing to their sense of reason is going to do much. They probably lack the wherewithal to understand the reasoning. So we're going to go down the line of flattery. As a proud man, we understand what it's like to have your exploits regaled before you. It's quite nice. So, yes, and the most beautiful farm. Chickens. This chicken here is a free sample, is it? Of the chef. I hear it's the most tasty, succulent chicken out there. Very good indeed. Fattest, juiciest chickens. They are silent, because there's nothing worse than the noisy chicken at night time, is there? And those eggs, yolks so vibrantly yellow, make a fantastically good scrambled egg on some bread, toasted over the open fire, with a knob of lovely churned butter from your cows as well. Melted on there, a most divine breakfast, if ever I have heard of one. My mouth's watering right now. My friends, you say? Yes, and of course, you understand why I have called your great families here after we've just appealed to their better nature, perhaps in secret. This tragic conflict that you're suffering, let it be known that the entire realm suffers with you. Oh, don't suffer! I'll give you something. Now. Calm down. There's no need for animosity here. We're in an inn with a crackling fire, drinks on tap, chickens under arms. It is no need for this. And I know many of you are angry with the situation. You have every reason to... What's the situation again? It doesn't matter. Too much blood, we're speaking in general terms, has been spilled. Okay? For things to be completely smoothed over. But there comes a time when one must look to the future. Now, I have children of my own. 5 of the little blighters. They keep me very busy. And I recognise this behaviour in all of you as similar to that of my children. And it is not what I expect from Amberley residents, if I do say so. Now, poof! In the end, are we not all adults here? Okay? It is so easy to resort to the bickering of children for the nobility commoners alike, but that is when we must find the inner strength. The inner strength to rise above such pettiness. Now, let us walk out of here as adults, shall we? And as adults, one can take a sip on a drink on me. Okay? And call it quits. How about that? The inn turns silent. They look confused. One of them's got a bit of corn sticking out of his mouth, no teeth in the front. What are they just saying? The other one's hat's cockeyed. I don't know. I'm a bit confused. Though it is doubtful whether they understood half of what you were saying, clearly they looked a bit perplexed. Most of your message seems to have carried over. The parents eventually give a rousing applause. Crying members from the 2 families hug each other. At least 2 marriages have been agreed upon. Oh, happy days. What about my love? I'll give you 2 chickens as a dowry. Oh, big fat plump was like that. Yeah. Oh, I'm sold on it. Oh, those lovely scrambled eggs that Lord Eryk was talking about. I love scrambled eggs, me. We sit there smug with ourselves. Well, seems I put a better case forward than Mathos, eh? Perhaps I should have been the prosecution in my own trial. Gained 2 diplomacy. Well done, Lord Eryk. Well done. We're not depressed, Holler, we're stressed. I mean, after that performance, I was certainly not depressed. He's his father's son, loved by the small folk. The art of ideal. Yes. So we've gained a bit of diplomacy too. That's quite cool. Our wife is rubbing off on us. How many lands do we have? 2. We've had 2 lands for a long time, which is kind of bizarre because I don't think it's... I'm quite enjoying having just 2 lands. I think the stories that are coming out of this are perfectly fantastic. We will have more than 2 lands eventually. I mean, even if our mother dies, we'll have 3. She's still going strong at 50. Not that we wish her dead. Can we not go and visit her? Go and visit mother. Perhaps we should sway her so we can go and visit her. Oh, I can't even bear to look at his portrait. I'm sad. I really liked Myles. Oh. Gosh. Right, anyway. Lady Lane. Are we still the heir, by the way? We should be, yeah. Barristan second in line. Right, revocation of titles by the evil one. Let's have a look, see here. Oh. Hang on a second, folks. Few people popping clogs and household positions coming open. We've lost the captain of the oh, Sandor Clegane must have died. Yeah, Sandor's died. 66. Gonorrhea. Gonorrhea, there. Oh, sorry, bad joke. We lost a bodyguard too. Right. Oh, Mathos can fight? If you can fight as good as you can defend me on the stand, I don't think I wish for your services, Sir Mathos. Okay, we're going to placate him, though. There are 5 other bodyguards, in case he cocks up. Captain of the Guard, we're going to give it to Horace, as Marshal and Captain of the Guard, too. Joint position, I think we can have. That's fine. Okay, right, important decisions. Cautious to leave, Command Household Guard. That's fine. That's fine. Genius kids. No other genius kids, just the one genius child, which is the main child, of course. It is Barristan, it is our heir. If any of the 5 were to be geniuses, it should be this one. We couldn't have cherry-picked it any better. Let's have a look at his stats now, as he continues to progress at age 9. How come he's not a squire? I don't understand how we get that. Or does he get that at 12, maybe? Another Septon dead. What the flipping hell? It lays have lost. I'm trying to find this. We can't score. Clearly. Right. Sir Harmon of the Black Bog. This is our Black Bog, right? We've got a Black Bog. The Black Bog. Yeah, we have... Oh, minus 41. Why? Title claimant. What are you a title claimant of, you fool? Oh, he's a lunatic. He's a lunatic. Okay. He's probably just doesn't know what he's doing. I don't like it because I'm a title claimant and you're a title claimant. Excuse me? That doesn't make sense. Flying pigs! Okay. I'm going to leave now. Heir educated with foreign culture. Wait a second. Wait a second. So Horace is a Westerner. So that's we're suffering a penalty with vassals because we are having our heir tutored by a Westerlander. Oh. That's okay. I didn't know that was a thing. I seem to recall that if your child was educated by a foreign culture in the base game or the DLCs or whatever, that there was a chance your child would switch cultures. Is that a thing in this mod? Okay, that's fine. Though I had thought my master-at-arms Sir Horace Clegane to be a more reasonable man, his request to be allowed to duel his rival Sir Mathos Storm... Oh! You're rivals with my friend? That's awkward. Oh, that's a bit awkward. Sir Mathos Storm is slightly erratic. Sir Horace claims to be constantly subject to affronts from his rival and has asked for permission to defend his honour. Oh, this is a bit of a drama indeed. Oh no. No, this cannot be allowed to happen. We could lose our mate over this because clearly he's going to kick his ass. 80 fighting ability. Oh my god. Disallow it but take no further action. Disallow it and banish the instigator. No. Allow the duel. No. There's no duels around here. No duels allowed around here. No. He's going to wipe the floor with him. You could kill him. I mean, people can die in duels, can't they? No, we can't have this happening. We can't. He's got a high opinion of me already. He'll be disappointed. He'll be very disappointed. But we just have to explain things. Look, Mathos has a way with words. Sometimes it doesn't say... the things just tumble out in the wrong order. I'm sure he didn't mean what he said. And we don't want you to disembowel him. I mean, clearly, it's not going to be much of a duel, is it now, Sir Horace? I mean, the Strange. Why is he called the Strange? The Strange One. Maybe that's what Sir Mathos has called him, and it's stuck. People are calling him Strange because of him. Look, it's fine. It's fine. Let bygones be bygones. And it's fine. You're not going to get any pleasure from this. You're a tournament veteran. You're a very competent fighter, and Sir Mathos, I mean, he knows how to handle himself a little bit, but clearly, you're the marshal, you're the captain of the guard. I mean, come on now. Like picking cherries from a tree. It's ridiculous. In fact, it could look badly upon you. You know, I do believe. Such would be the ease that you would cut him down. Not really much of a duel, is it? Let's be honest, it's a slaughter. Ah! Mr. Tudbury, the real money collector around here, who knows how to collect money in a way that doesn't upset the people. Yes, thank you. Okay, we've got 102 coins now. So I'm going to see if... Oh, it's not possible because it's not come up as an important decision. We must still be in winter. I want a summer fair, but we can't have one. Orson Trant seems to incite Lord Oris to revolt. Who? Incites Lord Oris? Who? Lord Oris of Wendwater. Oh, my ally. Oh. Interesting. Bit of politics there. Trying to get somebody into trouble, are you? Naughty. And we have won. And we're off to war again, are we? Queen Samantha's claim on the Iron Throne. Queen Samantha of the Iron Throne. Who the flippin' hell is Queen Samantha when she's at home? Who's Queen Samantha? She just like separated out and created her, become a queen and created her own title, has she? I'm the queen around here. You bastard queen, how dare you? You know, queen of mine. Oh yeah, she's a rebel. She's a rebel queen, a club-footed bastard rebel queen. I mean, she's married to some Dornish fella. Who is she anyway? Oh, she's from Dragonstone. Is she? Oh, hang on. She was related to Robert somehow, and she's kind of broken away. I don't know. Or maybe she's not. Maybe she's just some random rebel. She must have had like a... She's got claims, right? She must... Family. Oh! She's the daughter of King Robert. One of Robert's bastards. Yes. Oh my god. And so it starts. Military innovations. Alright, we'll adopt them. We had a bit of cash to spare. I was going to spend some of that money on something, but I've... oh, it was going to be a summer fair. But it's not summer yet. Well, we're winning this war. It's not going to last very long, I don't think. Some bastard queen rebel thing. Really? Really? I don't think it's feasible for her to be victorious here. Oh, God, it's 10:05. The time flies by when you're playing this game. It's so hard to think about what I could do to enter or endear Lady Alora to me. I am already so perfect. No, we're not going to. We're not a person that would do that. As a shy man, we're not going to like tout our own trump. We're proud but shy, so it's kind of a conflict in some respects. But Mr. Barristan, trained fighter now, are you, young child? Look at you, you little leak. And he's a squire too now. He's getting little Get off me, Dad, what are you doing? You're embarrassing me. Oh, shut up, you're not too old. Now get out there and give him hell. Oh, all right, Dad. Oh, my little Barristan. Can't wait for him to die in a few years. Who? Who's dying? Prince Jabba the Magnificent Hutt. What happened to Stan? Oh, Stannis is long dead. At 10, he's already better at fighting than us. Yeah, exactly. This is why I have put myself to become improved combat ability. It hasn't procced yet, but we'll get there. I thought it said Arya Stark. Arthur Stark joined the Northern War to restore the Night's Watch as the attacker. Oh, hang on. There's a new Paramount of the North. It looks like Edward Stark was imprisoned. The revolt against the rule of Lord Paramount Edward. Lord Edward lost. Okay. So Edward is now gone. He's in prison. Still has the sword ice, and his little daughter is now Lady Paramount of the North at age 8. Vassal opinion? Probably not very good. Oh, the North is in some right trouble. This is all Rob's fault. The backlash of Rob's incompetence is still happening right now. Completely still happening. Barristan, it's the unwritten rule. Child is genius, it die. Oh, it! How dare you call Barristan it? Is my little Barristan? How dare you? Look at him. We're going to wrap him up in cotton wool and squeeze his cheeks. Stop it, Dad. Little boy. We're going to be fighting in the yard soon. Oh, don't, Dad. I'll kick your ass. Language. Sorry. Your report from Amberley that his charity... Oh, the poor have been fed and your pious standing has improved. Okay, so we are starting to get that same reputation as our father as a benevolent, pious, charitable ruler. Which is exactly what we wanted. And it's partly to do with our wife who's sort of steering us and guiding us down the same path and making sure that we pick a nice good counsel, and she's getting involved in stuff as well, and she gave us sage advice when it came to dealing with Booktooth Bill and the hillbilly crew. So exactly. Apart from a sudden death at 45, what's going to kill us? We've got the cure for one of the biggest killers in the world, even today. You know, cancer. We have even the surgical tools to do it. We're safe as houses. Perfect. I just want to see what his final stats are when he gets to the age. It will be quite cool. It will be quite cool to see his final stats. But it looks like Sir Horace is actually doing a really good job. And this is little Ellie now, who's age 6. She is our child, and she's not a bastard. So we're gonna make sure that she gets a good education here. So we'll have our other brother. We've got 2 brothers. Well, 3 brothers. 2 brothers in addition to Barristan is what I meant. What are we going to have with her? Pride, tutored by councillors and noblemen, groomed for rulership. Struggle, tutored by left... No. Etiquette or how about a bit of thrift? Artisans and merchants. What's her strength? She's also pretty good at intrigues. A bit of diplomacy, maybe. Servants at court... Not servants, no. Councillors and other... Yeah, we'll go that one. Councillors and courtiers, yes. Councillors and courtiers. I mean, if we could have our mother tutoring them, we'd do it, but she's a bit busy. Justicar, regent, bodyguard. Can you just be a tutor as well to your kids? Are you being serious? No? It's just a bit, sorry. Bad joke. Oh, the evil King of Dawn has died, and it looks like it's... No, it's not split. It's now Princess Mara, who is the daughter of Princess Ariane, actually, and not related directly to Quentin, who was her uncle. Okay, interesting. See if Dawn copes with that little development without too much of a hassle. We're about to defeat this random queen that sprung up out of nowhere. I was, but we can't do it because it has to be matrilineal on their side because of their Salt Dornish customs that they conveniently forgot about. Tax shifted noble obligation law, which is fine. See you later. I actually going to finish the stream quite soon myself because obviously it's a second stream in 2 days. So I'll go until... Well, I'll go until a little bit longer. It's quite addictive, this game, isn't it? Yeah, I'll finish now. In the next 5 minutes. 25, I meant. An hour. How about that? Where is the next story gonna... 55, yeah, clearly I'm at 55. Where is the next saga coming from? We do wonder. We need to get rid of stressed. Best way to get rid of stressed. Carousing, right? Or is that depression it gets rid of? I think stress goes away on its own. Tricks and rules of statesmanship. Ah, interesting. Yes. So we seem to be a learned fellow. We're picking up bits of information from a fellow ruler that we're pretty good friends with. We're picking up tips of information from our wife. Oh, it is stress. Oh, right, okay. I don't see us as a carouser, as a shy person, though. Fancy a bit of carousing and a bit partying? Oh, no, not for me, thanks. We'll suffer in silence with our stress. If we die of stress young, we can completely and utterly blame our Mathos for this. How did he die? His best mate killed him. What did he do? Well, 15 years ago, there was a trial. He never recovered from the outcome. Okay, tell me about it, Mathos. Tell me about it, whatever you're called. You can afford to be stressed with such an amazing wife. We had such an amazing wife, we shouldn't be stressed. She should be soothing us. It's alright, you know, it's fine. Penrose ain't got a leg to stand on. He's gonna... People know what really happened. It's just a loophole kind of situation, really. And, you know, you're going to get parchment soon enough, and you have 5 beautiful kids. You've got one that's growing up. He's looking like he's going to be a right handful, but I mean, what have you got to worry about, you silly Billy? That's what she should be saying. Soothe us, you know, soothe our stress. But instead, she's busy in Bluegrove. That's probably why we're stressed as well. Where's my wife? She's still in Bluegrove. She's doing a lot of investigating. It's a tricky one, is this one. It's a tricky one. This is the 3rd Justicar to attempt this, and it's just not... They just can't seem to find the right angle to come in from. Your septon, Ormond, has been discovered charging money for various religious favours, putting the... Another septon that's for fraud. Another one. Intolerable. Intolerable swine. Where is he? Septon Ormond. Can we not imprison him? Yeah. Flipping imprison him. Damn dog. We're not sending him to trial, that's for sure. God's sake. Oh, these septons. Telling you, bunch of crooks. Right. He's in prison. How are you now? A call for him. Okay. Yeah, look, Regent is higher than Castellan, so it must be female. I wonder if it's because females can't try. I quite like how Forrester Sentinel is there from the Game of Thrones Telltale game. Anyway, execute. It's probably tyrannical still. It's not that bad of a crime. Humiliate him. Public humiliation. I quite like the sound of public humiliation. We're going to imprison him for a year, and then we're going to publicly humiliate him. Basically as a warning to any future septons not to do such things. We have heard through more aged council members of my father's endeavours to oust a thief septon, which caused a great deal of stress for him. So we need to stamp this out right now before that gets out of control. And whilst we're dealing with this, we will not request another septon for a little while. They can't be trusted right now. Maybe we just go septonless for the rest of our reign. Oh, the cell is dark. The cell is dark. Do you have a reply, Lord Eryk II? No. I won't even waste my breath. Winter is coming to an end. A summer fair could be upon us. A summer fair could be upon us. It's about bloody time. The people need to be coming out of this cold and miserable winter. Let the stalls be broken out. Much shopping to be had. Peasants to mingle. Celebrations plenty. It is warming as winter comes to an end in the Rainwood. Oh, look at that. And we're trying to endear ourselves to... Oh, summer fair! Woohoo! It's time, it's time. A summer fair in honour and memory of my father. This is the soonest I could host a summer fair, but this is the first one to carry on the tradition that he laid down. Make the peasants happy, and let there be a fair. The cruel Orson Aaron. Oh dear. Okay, well, Lady Alora is we're not getting on very well with her. Which doesn't bode well if she comes to, well, if maybe when she comes into power. He has requested an audience with you. Upon meeting him before the court, you hear he's offering to pay the ransom for his release personally. 25 gold. This is not about money, this is about principle, I'm afraid. You cannot buy your way out of this, considering that money is probably stolen anyway. No, you will stay in custody until I am ready to deal with you. Bribery. My foot. Who do you think I am? Soft touch? Oh. I think we got... Oh, okay, so family... We got the family person trait at some point. I didn't realise that we got that. It must have come when we were doing something with our wife, or that message that we got when we were increasing our relationship. Oh! Look at this! A raven has arrived from the High Septon. He demands that we release Septon from our prison and submit to the will of the gods. I bend my knee before the seven. I am the Lord. Ooh, that's a big decision. Ignore. Oh. The will of the gods. So basically what they're saying is, look, release him and he's going to submit to the will of the gods. Let the gods deal with him. No, I want to deal with him. I mean, we're not massively religious, are we? Not like a zealous man. Wifey, what do you reckon? See, she's arbitrary. She couldn't care less about justice. It's up to you. Not bothered. What kind of an answer is that? You've got an answer for everything. You've got an answer for everything. Oh. The High Septon himself. Oh, this is quite a serious issue. What did you have? What did you plan to do with him? Well, it's going to humiliate him. So you're going to defy the High Septon so that you can humiliate him, bearing in mind you've just turned down a ransom. It's going to be worth it, is it? It's going to be worth it. No. Oh, there's your ransom, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yes. Do you wish to go down and tell the jailer to release him then? No, but I will. Okay. God. Septon Ormond. That, he's been released, but he's still in my court, right? I think. Or has he left my court? He's had the cheek to believe that he can actually still remain in my court. I released you from prison does not mean you can toss it off at my expense, does it? No. Clearly not. Bog off, pal. Go back to your Septon friends. Arrest him again and put him on trial. I should have done. I should have done that. I have sent a raven back. I have hereby released Ormond from my prison in the small print and then put him back in again. I believe you'll call that a loophole. Damn it! My wife's a genius. Why did she think of that? I think I found a loophole in the wording of the letter. Dear husband. Oh, really? They just said release him. They didn't say release him and then what else to do after that. So I propose you release him and then re-imprison him. If we had rearrested him, we would have been branded. Oh no, he wouldn't have been branded a tyrant because righteous imprisonment came up again. So it would have been it would have still been a righteous imprisonment. Which would have been a rather interesting thing to do. But anyway. He's gone now, let's not worry too much about it. I don't like to be told what to do by high septons, popes and all that kind of jazz. Oh, it bloody balls me blood. Right, oh, the fair is over. Right, we're going to go to the first of the new year, which will take us round about to 10:30, and then we shall call a close to the session. Unfortunately, because I could go for another hour and a half quite happily here. Right, well, let's have a look at little Barristan. He's age 11 now. We're getting on really well together. He's genius still. He's haughty and willful, but conscientious. Oh, hang on, another drama. Reachy Poos has died. Paramount Perwyn is now in charge. Paramount Perwyn. No packs just yet. Another Caswell, of course, and probably the son of Lord Paramount Hyle, the only one of 4 Kiddywinks. Okay, that might cause some problems. And this is now little Barristan. Ooh, folks, this is an important decision. Hello, Mr. Lemon. Yeah, they do, don't they? Right, so this is Barristan. He's age 12. We have to pick a focus now. Clearly a martial focus. No-brainer on that one. Oh, that's it. Are we going to pick anything else? Nothing that we can pick there. No. Okay, here we go. Age 12. 4 years to go, then he's finished. The end product. Okay. The best education. Oh, you're damn flipping right, pal. Every last penny. You've got 5 kids. Are you going to afford educations for all of them? I'll do my best as a family man, but if not, oh, winter has come. Oh, no, we already know that. Yeah. 4 years later, dies, yeah. Don't stop wishing death upon my son. How dare you people want to see, trying to commentators curse him, are you? Only I can do that. And clearly in F1 Manager, I'm an expert at it. The words barely leave my mouth on whatever I'm saying happens. Oh, look at that. I'm getting on really well with my little Ellie as well. Oh, my little Elliekins. Doodle-doo, diddly-doo. Dooba-dooba-doo, dooba-dooba-doo, dooba-dooba-doo. I'm debating. What's the penalty for not getting a septon on your court? I kind of feel a little bit vindictive, and almost like that as we've been slighted, and we've had by the high septon, and we've had bad experiences with septons. I'm almost tempted not to get another one. I'm sure the High Septon will probably send a raven. I think you should have a septon. The penalty for nothing is you actually have money in your treasury. That's the only penalty. The Tourney of Haystack Hall. Again, we are shy. Big tournament. Lots of people there. However, kind of thinking, right, the son is now of an impressionable age. Clearly fighting man to be. And as almost like an expectation now that, you know what, we probably won't win it, but we've got to try. We've got to try for our son. Take him to the tourney. He'll be excited about the fact that we're in it, and he'll be get him into looking at all the jousting and all the stuff. And we'll bring all the kids with us as well. And it'll just kind of create that extra bit of that sort of fervour in him about the whole martial side of things. I mean, it would have been nice if we'd have managed to get a bit more fighting ability from this, but never mind. So, even if we just win one round, we've got to give it a go. We're going to give it a go. So we're off. We're off to the tournament, folks. If we end up dead because of this, oh man, if we end up dead. So Horace, okay, Leal, an able servant, tutoring my child very well, marshal, captain of the guard. Yeah, do you know what? We're going to give him some money. We're going to give him some cash. We can't knight him, he's already a knight. We're not going to give him that flipping knacker cracker, even a laugh. So yeah, we'll give him a bit of cash. You can't spend favours, can you really? Would you like a favour? Can't spend favours in the inn, can I? No, you're right, you can't. Alright. So we are at First Moon. Okay, so the tourney has finally got underway with the first day of the lists. You failed to make it through undefeated, however, and was unhorsed in a joust by Sir Horace! Eliminated by our marshal, my son's teacher, in the first round. Well, I almost feel like we could spin this to our son. Well, son, I was just showing you there, basically, how proficient your teacher really was. I didn't want to embarrass him. I didn't give him that he's teaching you. Don't be silly, Dad. You're clearly a better fighter than you. I know that. Well, I tried, son. I tried. Ultimately, what I was doing really was getting us a free ticket into this joint so that you could enjoy the lists. So sit down and enjoy the rest of them, because I have been unceremoniously unhorsed by my own marshal in front of all these people, which is a major embarrassment. Oh, I mean, hopefully we get to watch the entire tournament, because I reckon Sir Horace has got a good chance of winning this thing. Oh, I can place a bet. Oh, we're going to have to watch the end of this tournament, folks. We're not going to end the stream whilst there's a tournament happening, and I'm going to put money on it. Are you kidding me? Everyone at the tournament heard Lord Walter, my rival, has turned up. He's kicking off, shouting falsities. Suspicious looks and whispers and gossip starts to rise in the air. Don't worry, I have using my diplomatic skills to convince them here, and basically make this idiot look like an absolute moron. And it looks like we're going to be successful, thankfully. Cheating? What kind of an absolute moron cheats his way to a first-round elimination? I mean, I ask you. Really? That's the best you could come up with, you fool? What kind of cheat gets eliminated straight away, you idiot? God, Lord. It was like, oh yeah, I didn't think of that. But maybe he's trying to get... Oh, shut up. Stop making a fool of yourself, will you? Sit down. Right, Sebastian Wensington and Kunzekiner. Very good. He fought well. Well, I thought we just click on make a bet, and then it brought up a list of people of the odds. Is that not how it happened last time? Maybe we didn't have enough money. Rogar Swan is a member of the King's Guard, no less. And Rogar was unhorsed. Oh dear, that's embarrassment. I thought we just clicked on... I thought the names came up. Now that the joust had been undertaken, I think... Oh, Sebastian Wensington, Sir Ronald Mertens. Sebastian Wensington declared the winner. Oh, well, what happened to my guy? I think you right-click on the portrait. You have to click on the person. Oh. Well, it's a good job, because we would have bet on our man, and our man didn't win it. So we've done very well to escape that. Ethan is going to get now a education with also Mr. Select a child. No, you. Horace. Oh, Horace is a bit bloodied. Oh, don't be permanently injured. Don't be permanently injured. Where's Ethan? There we go. There we go. There we go. Wounded. He's a bit wounded. He'll be fine. Just a scratch. Got a bit unhorsed there. Nothing too dramatic. I'm sure he'll be fine. One child like a childhood. Oh, it's a childhood focus as well. We'll go with pride there too. 2 fighting kiddywinks. Okay, a fine competition. Well done. Oh, it's my ally as well. Oh, I'm glad we turned up then, because that ally would have been a bit miffed off if he didn't turn up. Right, there we go. We're going to end it right at that moment. I think there's a good point. Tournament over. Right, excellent, folks. It's 5 to 11, which means it's time for me to get a cup of tea. Yes, here we are. Lord Eryk, 31, been in charge for about, what, 6 years now? Just about 5-6 years. Stressed, enjoyed a few little bits and bobs, but ultimately, like his father, a family man, loves his wife very much. And why wouldn't you? She's a genius. And he's got 5 lovely little children. Barristan is looking like he's going to be a kick-ass person to take control of. We just touch wood that he doesn't die, according to Shelley and Jack, you know, cursing us here. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing how that pans out. Will we get the Blue Grove is the next question. Will we get the Blue Grove? I don't know. It seems to be cursed. We might have to switch our attentions to Rainhouse. I don't know, maybe it's a bit easier. Some kind of witchcraft going on in the Blue Grove, apparently. But we'll see. We'll continue to push with our wife to get the claim if we can. Parchments, our mother is 52. We're not wishing her dead, of course, but when she is dead, we will get this. She's depressed. Oh dear. She's annoyed religious authorities. Looks like it's a family trait, annoying the religious authorities. Isn't it? I think it is. Right, anyway, we'll see what happens in the next session. But yes, enjoy the rest of your week. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and I am streaming The Life and Suffering of Sir Banter. I keep forgetting this name. That's what we're streaming tomorrow. So I may pour myself a cheeky drink tomorrow, and I shall show you what I'm drinking, because it's foreign. It's a Spanish drink of sorts that I was gifted by one of my second cousins-in-law. So I have to try this alcohol apparently, so I might try it for the first time live on camera, and if I don't like it, then I don't like it. But I shall show you what it is tomorrow, as I have a sneaky little drink as I'm reading the pages of Sir Banter's many deaths, no doubt. But anyway, so hopefully see you tomorrow for that. If not, enjoy the rest of the week, and yeah, until next time. Next stream of this probably will be next. Now, this is the thing. Streaming Sir Banter tomorrow, then I won't be streaming again until Sunday, which is going to be F1. Monday I'm not available, which means that the next stream might not be for a couple of weeks, so I'll have to do some recording sessions of this instead. But anyway, I'll mull that over. But yeah, have a good evening, folks. Good afternoon, and until next time, I'll see you all soon.